What up, people? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Another day, another day. Day before Thanksgiving. So, this hopefully will be a very quick live. If you guys can hear me, put a one in the chat. If you guys got your alerts, put two in the chat. What up, Big Marcus? How you doing, buddy? So, let me see what I titled this shit real quick. Man, where the hell is everybody? All right. It's that time again. You guys see a picture of the thumbnail of a truck, pumpkins, all that. It's Thanksgiving, everything else. So this is the time, guys. For those of you guys don't know or whatnot, this is the time where these brokers they like to, I guess, what do you want to call it? Overtruck the loads. They want to overtruck the loads, right? This is the time. Hopefully, you guys are grabbing a load, trying to get it loaded today. You guys know Thursday, a lot of things ain't open. Friday, it's a 50% chance. So, it's going to be a little rough week. But the whole key, guys, is try to dial in your business where it's still making money, you know, and be really, really careful of the loads that you guys book. You'll get something, be all excited. You'll be heading towards it. You'll get there, you'll find out somebody else picked it up. Or you're halfway there and they cancel on you. This is the shit that happens sometimes in the holidays. Meanwhile, we're about to be December 1st. And the whole key thing is, did you guys even make any kind of business structure, business plans for 2026? Are you guys thinking about 2026? A lot of you guys are sitting back worrying about Thanksgiving and trying to get through that. Some of you guys are on home time, or trying to get home, right? The whole thing in business, people, is this. Now, some of you guys are just company drivers. There's nothing wrong with that. But even then, even being a company driver position, you should have a business mindset. So, Cal, I just want to be a company forever. Cool. Nothing wrong with that. How about right now, today? There is some classes you guys can do online. Different thing, teach you guys how to be an investor, day trading, invest in some stocks or some longevity. Let your guys' money work for you. See, this is the problem what I have about this lease truck situation. The lease truck situation is you give all these guys your money, you guys stay tapped out, when the whole time you guys could have went company, kept all those truck payments, kept all that stuff, and invested that into something, anything, into your health, into your family, into the stock market, into your retirement, CDs. I mean, there's so much you can do with $4,000 a month, $3,000 a month. That's a lot of money. And when you guys are sitting back working with these companies and they take all your money, you think you're getting $3,000 and turns out you get $400. Like, that's time wasted. Hang on a second. Excuse me. That's time wasted, right? Money is always time. For 2026, man, the best thing to do is really sit back and reevaluate your 2025. Seriously, reevaluate your 2024. How many guys on the replay, since my alerts ain't going out, on the replay, how many of you guys are going home for Thanksgiving? Put a one in the chat. How many of you guys are staying out for Thanksgiving? Put a two in the chat. How many of you guys are thinking about 2026? Anybody? We get so wrapped up trying to just stay afloat that we can't pay attention to the future. Freaking phone. Hang on a second, guys. There we go. It's my mechanic. I'm trying to get him to come to the yard on Saturday. You know, the crazy thing too is this, right? I know this whole war about paying cash, leasing, financing a truck, and all that. Getting your authority, not getting your authority. But here's the reality, right? Let's run this back. If you get your authority, you have a cash truck, you get your authority. And you get your authority, what's the worst thing that can happen? Well, here's some positive to that, right? You can hook up to a factoring company if you want to. If you don't want to hook up to a factoring company, there's loads out there where they'll pay you and you know, when it's delivered. Some of them on the boards will pay you in 3 days. They got fast pay, they got all that stuff. Even if you have $1,000 in the bank. If you just run, let's say you got $1,000, right? Let's say you're like, you know what? I'm gonna use this whole 1,000 to eat and fuel to get a big check. And let's just say you pick up a load from the West Coast, you run it to the East Coast. What's that pay? Put in the comments. I mean, the rates are all over the place, you know. I've seen 4,000, I've seen 8,000, I've seen 10,000, you know, 2,500. I mean, but the reality is, what a Rocha. But the reality is, guys, is this 8,500. Thank you, Big Marcus. So 85, God damn it. 8,500, right? So you get on the limb with your own authority. You got $1,000 in the bank. But before you got your own authority, hopefully with your paid off truck, you stayed company enough to go through the truck, right? It is not expensive to go through the truck. You know, all you want to do is make sure there's no air leaks. See, this phone just doesn't stop, bro. This is why it's hard for me to go live. You just want to make sure the main thing you don't have no air leaks. Try to make sure you don't have no oil leaks. Make sure it's running okay. Make sure it. What up, loyalty? Make sure it'll pass. You know, an inspection. Take it to the Loves. Get it inspected. They're gonna be hard on you, but you need to know what's going on by your house, so you can take it back to the house and work on it, right? But once you do all that with the cash truck and you get out there, you do your first load. Even if you have $1,000 in the bank, you know your truck is good. Like Big Marcus says, you go out there, the first load for $8,500, right? You get it put in your bank account right away. Now instead of having $1,000, now you got 8,500 in the bank account. From East Coast to West Coast, what do you guys seeing on the rates? East Coast to West Coast. Tell me what you're seeing on the rate. So we went from West Coast to East Coast. Your very first load, very first time out, 8,500. Now that's sitting in the bank. You're feeling pretty good, right? So what's the rates coming back? Put in the chat. Why am I talking about this? Well, how many times do we have content creators leasing trucks and they work a whole week for $400? They work 2 weeks for, $600. The reality is the truth is in front of your face, and that's authority, right? So you won from the West Coast to the East Coast for 8,500. You hurried up, you got paid on it. It's sitting in the bank. Big Market says, cheap coming back is 2,800. So when you're back east, obviously you're not going to do a straight shot for 2,800 because that's retarded as hell, right? So with the 8,500 in the bank, if you get a blowout, something happens. What up, Dub? Something happens. Now you have some money. You got repair money, you got maintenance money. It only took you one load, guys. Too many people want to get on this motherfucker and scare you guys half to death about this authority shit. It ain't brain rocket scientists. It ain't difficult. It ain't none of that shit. Make sure your books is in order. They're not gonna want to. The DOT is not gonna want to audit you for 90 days. Could be 60 days now, 90 days. So even if you half-ass don't know what the fuck's going on, you're gonna make some money, right? So you do 8,500. Then you do some little short runs, where you're doing, $800 to $1,000 a day, right? Work your way back to the West Coast. What is the chances if you make sure your truck is okay for you take off, no matter what the fuck the truck is, no matter none of that shit? You're betting on yourself and you're betting on your truck. If you did everything you need to be doing on that truck before you took off, in a 2-week period, what do you think you'll make? Put in the comments. With your own authority, what do you think you can make in 2 weeks? I want your guys' opinion because my rates are way different than your guys' low board rate. So I'm not trying to speculate on rates in my head, but you guys are out there. Honestly, what do you guys can think? If you had your own authority, what can you make in 2 weeks? Your Roaches is 15,000 in 2 weeks. I see that. So on $15,000 in 2 weeks, you spent maybe 2,000, 2,500 in fuel, and the rest is yours. You got a cash truck. Your insurance ain't even due yet. Your insurance ain't due for 30 days. Do you see what I'm talking about? Everybody wants to, let's just say with the cash truck, you go out there and after 2 weeks, you had a massive, crazy thing happen to the truck. No big deal. In 2 weeks, you did 15,000. If you do that another 2 weeks, that's $30,000 in your bank account. How much is it to rebuild a DD15? In 1 month, you did $30,000 minus your insurance and fuel, right? Do you see how fast you guys can build up your money to do what you got to do to build up your safety net to make you feel better in case something happens, like an engine rebuild or something like that? But instead, people are so scared. They want to do, hey, I got zero down. They're going to give me in a brand new truck. You guys are so scared it keeps you broke. You're so scared it keeps you broke. Now, there is maybe 5% of you guys on these lease things that you guys are just killing the game and going crazy. But even if you're killing the game going crazy, for some of you guys at these mega carriers, look at the struggles you had to go through. Some of you guys say, which I've heard before, right? Hey, SoCal, I'm gonna stay over here under this authority. I'm gonna build up my fleet of 4 or 5 trucks, and then I'm gonna start my authority. Did you guys know that plan cannot happen? How many knew that? Do you know with that plan it cannot happen? Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if you didn't know that. Put a 1 if you knew that. Put a 2 if you didn't know that. Why is that? Why is it if you had 4, 5, 6 trucks, why is it you can't say, okay, I'm gonna pull these trucks and I'm gonna start my own authority with all my trucks? Well, here's why. Here's why. Because when you call an insurance company, you're high risk with for an insurance company. You're high risk. Now, it always depends on your insurance carrier, right? Your insurance company and whatnot. Some of them they won't let you put on a driver for a year or 6 months or 3 months or 5 years or I mean, every insurance company is different in their rules, right? But having an insurance company say, "Yeah, I want brand new authority. I need insurance." Okay, what are we insuring? Oh, 6 trucks and 5 drivers. I'm not saying there's no insurance company out there, but you know what? It's probably 1% because of the risks that you might have. You're a brand new business. They look at you as a brand new business learning trucking. They're smart enough to know that they need to control the situation before you lose your shit. So 9 times out of 10, if you have 6 trucks and you wanna go start an authority, 5 of them will be sitting at your house while you run the one and establish your business with insurance company. You know, you have to think about that, right? You have to think about that. Answer quoted me 23,000. Is that on 1 truck or how many trucks? I don't know who anybody is no more because YouTube changed all your guys' goddamn names. So I have no clue who's what and what's who and all that shit. But there is a way you guys can get into your YouTube channel and change your name. Not sure. It says I don't know about that. I knew a guy that did it with 3 trucks. He didn't last long because every time I gave him advice, he would do something different. Like I said, not sure. There. Oh my god, bro. Like I said, not sure. You can be lucky enough to find an insurance company, but the percentage is very, very low to find an insurance company that's going to do 6 trucks. So $23,000 on 1 truck. So yeah, so you're looking at what? Probably about a $5,000 down payment and, you know, the rest on payments for 10 months. But the reality is if you guys can know you guys can make the money, go buy the load board. Go. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he knew somebody. Yeah, exactly. He also had one of his best friends that we graduated with that was an insurance guy. Yeah, that's different, right? I'm talking about an insurance company that don't know shit about you. You're a high risk. You're high risk. And having a whole bunch of trucks, they're not gonna really do that. I ain't saying it can't happen, but the reality is they ain't gonna do that shit. So why sit back and bust your ass off and just eat dirt trying to pay off these high ass lease trucks? We can build a fleet the faster way. If you guys ain't running California, even me, like I got an old truck. Um, the day cab truck is in my yard. It's an old truck. It's got a 12.7 in it. But the crazy thing, man, is there's easier ways, man. And betting on yourself is a better bet than betting on these mega carrier lease companies or these Chicago companies. It's simple shit, guys. It's not that difficult. It ain't that hard. We just did some quick little numbers about running in 2 weeks. You know your truck will make it 2 weeks. You know your truck will last a month. After one nice solid run, you got some money in the bank. All these people want to say, hey, SoCal, I'm gonna give some trucking advice. You need to have $40,000, $50,000 in the bank. But the reality is, when they started trucking with their authority, they didn't have 40, 50,000 in the bank. I'd rather you guys make smart decisions and not have $40,000 or $50,000 in the bank than make dumbass decisions and have 40 or 50,000 in the bank. What's the saying they say? You can always separate a dumb man from his money or some shit like that. Whatever the saying is. If you do what you're supposed to do, guys, your 2026 will be a good year. And if you failed at your authority, what's the worst thing that can happen to you? If you went out there, ran from West Coast to East Coast, made your 8,500, oh my God, bro. And you know what these ringing is? It's spam calls, man. That's why I get so pissed. It ain't like it's business. It's just spam shit, especially around the holiday time. Spam. You know, get on the motherfucker. And they don't speak no goddamn English. I want to just rip, just shoot their asses out for calling me so goddamn early. You figure in Cali right now, it's not even 8:30 yet. Not even 8:30 yet. And it's all these people, they want to give you loans and dispatch service and just all kinds of shit. I'm about to change my business line to a whole nother phone and then just keep that bitch turned off. But the whole thing, guys, is if you have faith in yourself, you should always have faith in yourself. Why would you not make it? Why would you not make it? You guys suck that bad in trucking. You don't think you can make it? Let's just say you sucked really bad. You're brand new, green, scared like hell. It ain't shit to get on the load board, give them your MC number. The main thing you need to know when you're looking at loads on the load board is read the fucking notes. Most people, what up, Phoenix? Most people see the oh shit, hell yeah. Yeah, I'll do that, $1,500 for 400 miles. Hell yeah. The note says you need an E-Track trailer, or you need 20 straps, or it's 59,000 stops and pickups, or there's always something in the notes that's important that the new people, they don't read it, right? Then they show up, or the notes might say a vintage dry van trailer or something, and then you show up and you get fucked. Whose fault is it? Oh man, this trucking shit sucks. Have my own authority. This is bull crap. It was easier when I was at ABC Trucking and they just I hate that you need highway for that and lowboard now. Yeah, I've been on highway, Dub, for shit. I've been on highway now for probably about 3 years, somewhere around there. So, but here's the great thing about highway is because what's happening right now, guys, there's a big change in trucking. I realize TikTok won't say, Trump, please help us. Trump's not answering what we say about trucking. But I think they are doing a good job. I think they are getting people that's not supposed to have a license off the damn road. I got a video coming out, man. What Oklahoma did. It'll probably drop on Friday. Oklahoma is not playing around. If you motherfuckers you guys can't speak no goddamn English and you got those unknown licenses and you go through Oklahoma, don't worry. They're going to give you a free place to sleep. A free place to sleep and free food. But back what I'm saying about your own authority, right? If you don't have that much money in the bank, you do one run, you factor it out, or find a load, like it says it pays in, 24 hours or whatever. 3 days, quick pay, whatever the fuck all that shit is, right? Now you got some money. And the more you do that, the better you feel. The more you do that, the less scared you are about all these people on social media scaring the shit out of you about getting your own authority. People, here's the crazy thing about trucking, right? They'll get on a lease and fail those motherfuckers back to back. They'll fail a lease back to back. Chicago people will take all their money, $16 checks, $300 checks. I mean, they'll do all that shit, man. And they're not scared of that. They're not scared of not getting a check and not being able to eat. They're not scared of none of that. They're not, man. Let me tell you some benefits of having your own authority. What's that shit that mega carriers report you on? Is that PSP or DAC or some shit like that? These mega carriers, because here's one thing about it. And I was watching a Party Hard video. Shout out to Party Hard. They dinged his shit up. See, a lot of these companies are so scandalous. They'll mark up your PSP or DAC, whatever the fuck that shit's called, or maybe it's both. I don't fucking know. I've never worked for a mega. They will put so much shit on there to make sure you don't leave. You're trapped. You're trapped. So check this out. Now you're like, fuck it, let me go get my own authority. And what if your insurance companies looks at that shit? I have to ask my insurance broker, my insurance company, do they look at that stuff? Because if that shit's all banged the fuck up and looking like shit, and then you try to get your own authority, they just sabotage anything in the future for trucking for you. See, one thing about getting your own authority is you don't have to deal with none of that bullshit ass stress. Because you're not putting nothing on your DAC, you ain't putting nothing on your PSP because it's your own business. You know what I'm saying? So why not bet on yourself? I mean, do I really gotta get on YouTube and pull some fucking videos of people doing the same shit every year? Same shit. Playing with lease purchase fucking trucks is like playing the lotto. Hell yeah, you guys can play the lotto like a motherfucker, man. You can play lotto 3 days a week. You can play the lotto. You can give them your money 3 days a week playing the lotto with hopes and dreams you're gonna win. Isn't that the same as a lease purchase truck? Hell yeah, you can give them your money on that fucking lease purchase truck. But damn, man, what's the chance you're gonna pay that motherfucker off? Yeah, there is a couple that paid some off. Okay, but look at the percentage. Even Google says your failure rate's 95%. So this ain't me hating on lease purchase drivers. I'm a number guy, and it's about numbers. Wherever the numbers make the most sense is where you got to go. And if you have your own authority, and let's say worst case scenario, after 1 month, you made a whole $30,000, you might have pocketed, let's say worst case, $23,000. Are you guys doing that with the lease company? Are you doing that with the lease company? What up, Josh? I'm just saying, are you guys doing that with the lease company? If you guys gonna bet on anything in the world, you can always bet on yourself because you control yourself. You can't control nobody else. Even if you're a company job, you can't control if they're gonna lay you off or not. You can't control if they're gonna downsize and lay you off. You can't control none of this shit. You can't control these lease companies going out of business. You can't control what happened to my dude Steve was at Prime, almost had a lease paid off. And next thing you know, that AB5 shit came about and he had a California license. They called his ass up and said, bring me back my fucking truck. He was so confused and fucked up. He didn't understand. He hit me up. He's like, man, I don't understand. I'm happy here. I'm making good money here. My lease purchase truck is almost done. And they told me to bring it back. How can they do that? This is my truck. I said, it's not your truck. They just make you think it's your truck. It ain't your truck until they mail you the title. and he took that truck back and dropped it off. One of my members up in the building. What up, Brandon? That's right, so I figured out that I show up for me better than anyone else does. Exactly. Let me ask you guys a question. This is a serious question. Who is your biggest fan? Who's your biggest cheerleader? Who's your biggest supporter? Seriously, what up, Quick? Who's your biggest supporter? Put it in the comments. Let me see if you guys even know. It's a simple answer, but it ain't a simple answer if you guys went through life and you guys really don't know. But for those of you guys that do, please put in the comments for people to read. Let me take a guess. Is it the Chicago companies? Are they your biggest supporter that care about you the most? Is it the Chicago companies? Let me guess. Is it Prime? Is it Hurricane because they're going to give you some chrome? Who is your biggest supporter in your life that you can depend on to be successful? Every year, you guys do the same hamster wheel bullshit. Every year. And most of you guys hate on the people that don't follow your program. Fuck SoCal. Fuck what he's talking about. You know, we saw the glance and, in the driveway. We saw the truck. He's got, come on, bro. Everybody can do what the fuck I'm doing, man. I didn't take no fucking 15-year college course on all this shit and everything else. About time you guys putting out some right answers. Yourself. You're the biggest supporter of your success of yourself for succeeding, bro. So why not go get your own authority? Gamble with yourself over gambling with fucking these goddamn Chicago companies. I'm just saying. Gamble on yourself. What are you guys waiting for? I need to know. What the fuck are you guys waiting for? No, SoCal. Hell no, SoCal. I'm scared to start my own authority. I saw a coach video. I saw that trucker coach video. I saw him failing so many times. Coach giving out trucking information says you got to start with $40,000-$50,000, SoCal. So I think the fastest way for me to do that is this lease company. Okay. How long you been working on that? I'm just saying, how long you been working on that? How long you guys gonna still do that same stupid shit until you guys say fuck this shit? What the hell? Let me see. Party. Let me look at something. The fuck? Am I looking up? Here we go. Hang on. Let me see if I can find this shit real quick. Hang on. Let's see where you at. There you are. So so Party Hard did a video says thumbnail 150,000 they try to hit me with. Another one, I'm stuck, I can't go anywhere. Another video, it's time for a change. I mean, You know, you guys do paycheck reviews and they're fucking trash. Okay, Josh, I'll let you up, Josh. I'm excited for you, Josh. Don't fuck around and not do what you say you're gonna do. If anybody wants to hit the link, hit the link. If you guys want to come up here and tell me I'm full of shit, come over here and hit the link. Why do I do this, man? I mean, if you guys fail, don't make it, like it ain't no skin on my back. If you guys don't listen, it ain't no skin on my back. It's not. But I've been watching people on this motherfucking goddamn social media, you know, where they had black hair, now they got gray hair. Look at James Best. I got videos of James Best, man. We had a black gold tee and everything else. Goddamn dude looks like Santa Claus right now.
Yes, sir.
What's up, guys? What's up, Josh?
Got it, Brad.
What's going on with you?
What's up, Brandon?
What's up with it? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear both. I hear both of you guys.
All right, cool. Yeah, so Cal, you full of shit, bro.
Back it up.
No, I'm playing with you. Man.
No, I know you are. Back that shit up, though.
Oh, man.
I mean, every release ain't bad now, so Cal. Every release ain't bad now. It just depends on who you leasing with.
Oh, no, look.
Here's my point that I'm trying to make, Josh, and I want you to listen to this, right? It's not about is the least bad or good. What I'm trying to explain to people is you bet on yourself over anybody else. If you think about it, bro. Even if you went and got your own truck, I don't give a fuck if it's a brand new one or not. You'd do way better with your authority than these fools taking all your money on the bullshit.
Okay, you know I have my thought already. You know how to be doing all that whole bullshit.
Yeah,
already.
You had your authority. Yeah, I know. And some people had your authority, and some people failed, and you know all that does is make them stronger for next time.
Yeah, so I done had the truck. I done all that shit. So I mean, it's got its pros and cons with everything. It just I done all it.
Right. How long you been leasing?
For a long time. I had my daughter for like 3 years.
Say what?
I said I've been leasing for a long time. I said, but I had my daughter since 2018.
Okay. So what happened with your authority?
Basically,
let's talk about your authority. Then we're gonna talk about your leasing career. So let's talk about your authority for 3 years.
Well, basically, I went through a situation with a lady. Right, I was hauling cars. She claimed I damaged her car, whatever. So
let's go back real quick. Hang on. Let me help this. Because I've heard you say that, but I never knew the situation. What did you have your authority with? You had a semi truck?
No, I did pickup truck. Pickup truck with a little trailer, a small trailer. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, my buddy does that too. The hot shot stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really recommend doing hot shots. You know, I'd rather recommend you guys.
I was making $5,000 a week home every day, bro. I was doing real good, bro. So I just went Monday to Friday. I was making $5,000 a week with a pickup truck.
Okay. So what happened? So some lady said what?
She claimed I damaged her car. So there was a lie. So the insurance company cut her a check. She didn't agree with the money the insurance company gave her. So she pursued to sue me in court afterwards. So she
could have sued you in court.
Oh yeah, she sued me, brother, because the judge said I don't give a fuck about your LLC. You own the company. You are the owner. Pay this woman.
So here's the thing, right? Your insurance company has lawyers. Your insurance company protects you. See, a lot of people don't know your rights with these insurance companies, right? And the shit just happens, right? An insurance company don't know you're being personally sued unless you tell them. You tell your insurance company you're being sued?
No, I didn't.
Right. And there's where some good knowledge comes in, right? So if somebody wants to personally sue you, you call up your insurance agent. You said, hey, remember that accident you're trying to pay out? Yeah, they're trying to sue me. And they said, no problem. We'll take care of it. And that's all you got to do. They'll hire lawyers. They'll go to court and they'll beat it for you. Huh?
She she took the pictures. I didn't have no pictures. So I didn't
I
know.
wouldn't give a fuck if
I was
Santa
trusting
Claus
the game.
came down. I
I
don't
never
give a
talked
fuck if
about.
Santa Claus came down with the whole goddamn fucking video and said Merry Christmas. Here's your check. I'm telling you some factual information, and that's
So
for
you
your
seen the
future.
pictures? He said, pay this goddamn one more month.
You're
I
stuck
didn't
on
have.
who's right or wrong, Josh. Listen to me, please. You're telling me about what happened with your authority. If you knew me back then, where we could have had a conversation, I could have got you out of that bullshit. I would have said, call your insurance company, let them know you're being personally sued. That insurance company would say, don't worry about it, Josh. I'm going to take care of it for you. You don't have to worry about nothing else from here on out. That insurance company would have stood in front of you. She wouldn't have been able to fuck with you. They would have put their lawyers on it, and she would have got her ass kicked in court with no money. But see, you didn't know that. You didn't contact your insurance company, let them know you're personally getting sued.
But like I said, the judge said, I don't give a fuck about your LLC, your business, or nothing. You own the company. Straight up.
Because you did not listen, Josh. See, here's the problem when I'm trying to teach you guys something. All you have to do is listen. That's it. I understand what the judge is going to say. Once you're in the court and it's you and her, you're all the way fucked up. It's all about prevention, right? Like preventive maintenance. It's all about preventions. Why do you pay insurance?
Well, listen, bro. I'm trying to tell you so, Cal. I called insurance. We filed a claim. All that. She didn't like the money.
Your insurance, not her insurance. Her insurance ain't going to fight for you.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. But my insurance, she filed a claim with my insurance, right? She didn't like the outcome of the check. Whatever they gave, gonna give her $1,500. The judge awarded her $2,900. She didn't like the 15 days because the dude was like, bro, it's no scratches, no damage, but we're gonna just give her something anyway. It was no damage
Okay,
to the car.
Josh.
You know what I'm saying?
Now
The
you're going to
judge
make me
said,
speak
"Oh,
about something personal. So here this goes. Okay. Because you're
yeah."
still stuck on that shit. I'm trying to tell you for the future. Yeah, your authority
Oh,
failed
she
because
didn't sue me.
you
She sued
didn't
the
understand. You didn't. See, you're still not listening, Josh. All you gotta do is listen for me, bro. I'll listen to you. I promise. Just listen for a second. I had a situation before when they wanted to come and sue me. My insurance company got pissed the fuck off, and they said, "Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it." And when they awarded that person some money, but once they hired their lawyers and had to do that, that motherfucker got nothing. I never had to step a day in court. I never had to worry about shit. Nothing. They took care of it. But once I called them up and let them know that, hey, I'm being sued, that person fucked up because that pissed off the insurance company. They don't mind. See, they'll pay a little bit of something to stay the fuck out of the court. But when you take that extra step to go to court, now you're in a lot of trouble. And they got lawyers. They don't got to go find a lawyer. They have lawyers that work within the insurance company. And let's say they want to sue me personally. I got my own lawyers. I know everybody says that on YouTube and they really don't. I get all that shit. But, I have my own lawyers, but I don't have them because I need them. It's just car insurance and truck insurance. You get them just in case, right? But as long as you have insurance, you have their lawyers.
Look, man, Josh, I don't know you, man, but I'm pretty sure your knowledge is probably leaps and bounds over mine, man. I ain't only been in trucking, man, for 4 years total. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but man, personally, bro, I don't believe, bro, you should just let one incident, man, fuck up, your authority. You know what I'm saying? You having your own. You know what I mean? Because it happens all that shit happens all the time, man. What you think big companies go through? You know what I'm saying? Even smaller companies.
I had mechanical issues too. My transmission went out. That was $7,000. So I had just started the authority, man. Right? I started the authority with like
A pickup truck, though, bro. You guys make these
but that's
pickup
hot
trucks.
shot, though, dude. That's hot shot. It ain't
Check this out.
Class A.
Let me tell you guys something. I realize it's hot shot shit, and you got dualies and 1-tons and all that kind of shit. But these 1-tons and all that shit, they're not made for everyday fucking pulling all this weight up and down West Coast, East Coast.
Yeah.
If you really want to do some hot shot shit, get a 5-ton at least. Get a 5-ton. But that shit is not made to do all that shit. The truck has to work too fucking hard. You guys are making shit, and there's a lot of that out there, right? But you guys are making a pickup do what it's not built and designed to do. A semi truck is made to stay idling, stay going down the road making money. A pickup is made that you got a construction business, you need a 1 ton to pull that fucking tractor, it'll do it. You know, you got to do a travel trailer, go on a cabin trip, it's going to do it. But instead, everybody says, fuck, I can make some money, do some hot shot. And that's cool if you want to run around locally and make some money. But you guys want to sit around and do this East Coast to West Coast shit and get mad at the whole authority trucking business because the pickup truck keeps breaking down. It's expected. That pickup truck's going to be in the shop and break down a whole lot more than a semi truck.
Well, I got the truck fixed, so you know what I'm saying. And I got sued, and the truck broke down like the next week. I'm like, man, this is crazy shit. So I filed bankruptcy. I was like, fuck it, I'm out. I left it alone.
Midlife says some states do not allow lawyers in small claims court. Here's the thing, Midlife. When you call the insurance company, they put the lawyers on it. It never goes to court. That's the part I'm trying to tell you. When these people say, I'm going to sue you, and they do that bullshit, the lawyer submits his paperwork that you retain his services. It's over with after that. It never makes court. They never go to court.
Look,
I'm trying to tell you.
Not to derail the conversation, man, but honestly, man, the way how next year is looking, when it comes to economy wise, you know what I mean? I don't think I want to be in the position of leasing a truck. I mean, because it's looking bad, man. Like I talked to a couple people I know, man.
Why is it bad? You got brokers that you don't even have to look at the load board to get loads. I got brokers.
I'm talking about the economy as a whole, man.
Oh.
Like, you know what I mean? The economy as a whole, we really are in a recession, dude. They just don't want to say it.
I don't know, bro. I'm
they don't want to say it.
I'm grossing $9,500 this week, bro. 3 loads.
I understand, but I'm talking about next year, dude.
Hang on, Josh. Mm-hmm. You brought up your numbers. Okay, you grossed $9,500. How much you taking? Right. How much you taking into your pocket?
My total deduction on the $1,620 now. I don't have a trailer. I'm not paying for the Reaper trailer anymore. So
I'm just asking how much you putting in your pocket?
About $4,500.
$4,500. Yeah. So you're putting $4,500 on a lease purchase or lease whatever in your pocket.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, Josh.
Yes, sir.
I've never heard a lease company where the lease person leaves with half of his fucking money that he grossed.
Okay, well you do. Let's do the math. No, you say you the numbers guy. Let's do the math.
But really quick, let's do your number. I ain't calling you wrong. What I'm saying is that's a unicorn. Okay. Because you can pull up on YouTube this leasing.
95 minus 84%.
Josh, you got nothing to prove, Josh. But listen, check this out, right? What up, Green?
What up?
So Josh, listen. Hey, driver. Josh.
Okay, bro.
You hear me? All right.
Yeah.
You got nothing to prove on here. You're not being attacked. Okay. Mm-hmm. Check this out. Most time with this lease and lease purchase shit, the guy driving the truck is not taking 50% home. Yeah, I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying if you are, it's a unicorn. It's a unicorn situation. But the whole thing about this live stream, I'm trying to explain to you guys about this authority for 2026 is the only person you can bet on is yourself. The only person you can control for your success is yourself. Let's just say you did do 45, right? At $9,500 gross, if you had a cashed out truck, I don't give a fuck what year it is. They got brand new ones that's cashed out. So, don't sit back and think of some, pile of shit on 2 wheels in someone's backyard, full of rust.
I don't even want to. Let's talk about the lease shit. Fuck the own truck shit. I don't want to hear about the own truck.
Well, but you can't do that. You can't have your own narrative. That's what I'm talking about on my live stream today.
I understand that.
You can't come on the panel and say, "Hey, we're going to change the narrative around to what I want to talk about."
I don't want to change the narrative, but I'm saying, in my case, I was never going to go buy a cash truck, bro. That's going to happen for me. I'm never going to do it, bro. Never. You just told everybody you're going to go to Ohio or Ohio Auto Sales or whatever the fuck that shit is and go buy some trucks.
It's
still a finance truck. It's not a cash truck. I'm not cashing out no regular ass trucks. You crazy?
Look, Josh. I mean, what is it going to be after 3 years, bro? I
Hang
mean,
on,
this
hang on,
is
hang on, hang on, hang on, hang
It,
on,
I mean,
Brandon.
it's gonna
Listen,
be paid
Josh,
off, but I'm still
Josh.
paying that.
Okay, Josh. Let me run back some numbers. That truck you're looking at, you don't want to buy a cash truck, you want to finance it, right? That truck's only what? How much is the truck? $50,000?
40 something, 48, 46, some shit like that.
$46,000. Why can't you cash that out?
I'm not doing it, bro.
You just said,
never-
listen, hang on, listen. You just said you're gonna put $4,500 in your pocket, and every time I seen you do a lease video, you're pocketing $3,000 a week. That's $12,000 a month. You've been leasing for 17 years. Tell me why in 17 years at $3,000 a week in your pocket with no home expenses and a $4,500 last week, why you can't cash out a $46,000 truck?
I had $300,000+ in my bank account and still didn't go buy a cash truck. I don't want to own a cash truck. I'm never gonna do it, bro. I don't give a fuck. You put a stripper pole in the beach with a boombox in the motherfucker. I don't want it.
So why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? Why don't Josh pay cash for that truck, Josh, and then you lease it on to your carrier? Now it's not a cash truck. You're the bank. You pay yourself the interest rate.
No, sir. Never gonna happen. We just two different people, bro. You believe in cash, I believe in finance. That's what it is.
No, I believe in finance, and I got both. I got both. I got finance and cash.
I
I believe in
but
both.
you preach cash. You don't preach lease.
Josh, bro.
I didn't say I leased. No, buddy. I didn't say lease. I have finance.
I didn't say that you lease. I'm saying you preach cash and finance.
Josh, man, like,
hang on.
All right, okay.
This is me and Josh conversation.
I understand what y'all trying to get to.
Now, y'all, me and you were talking. There ain't no y'all because I don't want to get confused. If somebody else says something, I didn't say it. You know what I'm saying, Josh?
Yeah,
So let's talk about this channel, what I speak on.
Okay.
I've told people about financing and stuff like that, but it's got to make sense. I don't think you guys should go. I mean, even if your APR is at a credit card APR, you know, if the truck is a reasonable price truck, hurry and pay it off and get it done. And that establishes you some credit so you get a better APR for the future. You know what I'm saying, Josh?
Mm-hmm.
But let me ask you something. It's me and you right now, right?
Right. What
sounds better for you? You being the bank for yourself, you making the APR money as far as you're making the interest, extra interest in your pocket, or you want to pay the next man all that money? What makes sense for you? You be your own bank. You pay yourself 29% interest rate yourself. You put it in your own bank account and you pay yourself that every month, or you give it to somebody else.
I will never do it, so okay. I don't even think about
I'm asking you.
I will never do it. I'm telling you now. I'll never.
So you'd rather pay somebody else 29%?
I don't know if it's gonna be
instead of paying yourself 29%.
I don't think it's gonna be 29%. It's gonna be way lower than that. I'm not paying 30%.
25%, whatever it is. Whatever the interest rate is. Okay, look. Let's do this again. Maybe I didn't say it clearly. Would you rather pay yourself? Would you rather you be the bank? Finance yourself, not cash. Finance yourself. You're the bank. Finance yourself, right? You pay yourself the interest rate every month with the truck payment. You pay yourself. Or you pay somebody else the interest rate, whatever it might be. Which one would you rather go with?
I'm gonna do either or. I'm an either or guy.
Either or. Okay, either or. All right, we're getting somewhere. Either or. God dang it. Oh, okay, either or. So
personally, you want to go and pay cash for a truck? That'll never happen. No, I'm never gonna do it.
See, Josh, I'm talking to you because I'm trying to help you. You know that, right? You're saying that I'm against you. I want your success, Josh. And I'm gonna fight my ass off to make sure you become successful somehow.
I understand it's okay what you be preaching, but I don't agree with nothing you say at all. Like zero. I fuck with you, but I really don't fuck with you. But you see what I'm saying?
You're so confused. You fuck with me, but you don't fuck with me.
What I'm saying is I don't like the information you put out, bro. I don't. I feel like it's stupid. I mean, that's what I feel. Just like you feel like this, what we doing is stupid. Okay, everybody got their own opinion.
Well,
I'm
first of all,
never gonna
I'm
go
not
put
out there.
cash in my bank and gonna go buy a cash truck. Never gonna happen.
You just said a minute ago. First, I'm not calling you guys stupid. Okay, I don't name call nobody nothing. You might be getting that from another channel, but I'm not calling you guys stupid, bro. And I'm not preaching to you guys nothing. I'm not a minister, preacher, none of that. I educate. There's a difference. I educate. I give out knowledge. So I just want you to understand that, right? So other channels might say stupid and all that shit. I'm not here to name call. You can't teach somebody something if you're trying to run them in the ground and name call them. I'm not here to do that. Now,
Not saying nothing personal. It's no personal text. What I'm saying is about people say leasing is a scam and this and that and all this other shit. It's who you lease with and what you need to read the contract, bro. If that girl would have read the contract, she would never sign that motherfucker if she had common sense. Correct?
but Josh, let's go back to our conversation. I asked you, would you want to pay yourself the interest rate or would you want to pay somebody else the interest rate? You said either or. Okay. So when you say either or, that just means that you don't mind paying yourself the interest rate and the truck payment. So why can't Josh be his bank of his authority, right? Because you're going to get your own authority. You're going to go to Ohio Truck Sales and buy 2 trucks, right? With your authority.
But I'm not putting those trucks on my authority. No, I'm not. Those trucks are going on my job.
Oh,
But
okay.
this truck I'm going on my authority. Yes.
Okay.
I'm not getting rid of my lease truck, bro. Just that I went and bought two trucks.
I didn't pay to get rid of it. I don't want to get this off track. So the 2 trucks you're going to get. Okay. So check this out so we don't get confused. The 2 trucks you're about to buy through Ohio Truck Sales, you're going to put on with the carrier you're at today, right?
Correct.
But that carrier does not pay Josh, right? That carrier pays your trucking company. Don't say it on live. People don't need to know what the fuck your carrier name is. But they're going to pay your trucking company, right? Even if you don't have a carrier, they're going to pay your business, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So instead of letting the bank that Ohio Truck Sales is going to find to give you the loan on those 2 trucks, wouldn't it make more sense if Josh, as an individual, cashed out those trucks? Listen, let me finish before you interrupt me. Josh cashes out those trucks or a truck, one of those trucks, right? But he leases it onto his business, right? Which means, guess what? You're making the interest. You're making all the profit that bank would make. Now you're putting it in your own pocket for Josh. So now you're leasing that truck you paid that Josh paid cash for. Your business is paying Josh the monthly payments instead of you paying whatever bank they're going to find for you. Hello?
I heard.
Doesn't that sound good to you?
I still want to do it, so okay. I don't even want to think of. I just don't want to think of even think about cash, nothing. I don't even think about it, bro. I'm not gonna never do that.
Yeah,
It ain't
you
cash,
literally calling the
cash.
bank.
It's not cash, bro. You're being an investor. It's a difference. You're being an investor, right? So you got to you as a person is going to be an investor, just like that bank's trying to be an investor of your company, right? Why let a bank be your investor for your company for those trucks when you could be your own investor, right? And then it's a whole lot more profitable for Josh, because here's what happens, Josh. Your business pays you back that money that you invested in plus interest. Now you take that chunk of money and go do it again for your business. Your business still makes the lease payments that you're comfortable with, but Josh is in back like the big bank boss, laughing, having a good time, and collecting. Anybody on the panel, if you guys want to talk, man, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Gosh, bro, he really calling. I mean, literally, man, he's calling you the bank. You know what I mean? Look, dude, I like I said, whatever works for you, bro, works for you, man. Just at least it doesn't sound like pimping to me. You know what I mean? Before about street terms, man, it sounds like straight pimping to me. You know what I mean?
But it depends on what lease you in, though. If you in a never lease plan, yeah, I can understand. But these guys over here actually get the title to the truck.
Well, look, man, I'm gonna go on street terms. I'm gonna go on street terms, man. All right. So you get something at
Hang on one second. Hey, Brandon, I'm watching the chat, bro. I'll take care of the chat when people say, Brandon, I got this, okay? Trust me.
all right.
Yeah, I just saw you said we don't do that in here, homie. I got you. I got all that, bro. I appreciate you, man. But yeah, I'm watching. I got it.
All right.
But yeah. Because otherwise I want people to feel like they can speak their mind on anything they want to say in my comment section. You know, regardless of what goes on. This is like a man world over here, man. We don't have feelings on our sleeves. We ain't gonna, throw a fit. We ain't gonna do none of that stupid shit. What up, Green?
Well, good morning, man. Good morning, Brandon. Good morning, Josh.
What's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I just speak how I feel, bro. I just don't see me going to get a cash truck and just jump out there, bro. No, I'm not gonna do that. It's stupid.
I
I'm
mean,
not gonna
that's
do that.
why I mean, look, dude, like I said, dude, you've been in the game longer than me. So, but the thing is, man, I don't know, from my standpoint, bro, it's just for how I look at things, just being from a spectator's, position, it's just,
Mhm.
it looks like the cash options are a whole lot more lucrative than leasing. You know what I mean?
Here's the
Because you
thing.
get,
Here's the thing, Josh.
Mhm.
If you finance that motherfucking truck or cash that bitch out, it's the same fucking truck. It don't change. But what does change is your pocketbook.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this, right? That's okay. My owner of my company got 17 trucks, right? All the trucks
Okay?
are leased. He don't own shit. He's a fucking multi-millionaire. So how can a lease guy, man, that's leasing
But it's
nothing but
not hard
trucks?
to be a multimillionaire in trucking though, bro.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. He
Let's
don't
let's do
own
your
shit.
numbers.
He
Yeah,
don't
let's
own the
do your
trailer. He don't own trucks.
that but that doesn't make it
Let-
right or wrong or indifferent, right? And his
okay.
plan is his plan and your plan needs to be your plan.
Hey, Josh. When
Go
you
ahead.
say that dude's got 15, 16 trucks and he's leasing them,
17 trucks.
does he lease them out
Yeah,
to other
he released
drivers?
to us. Yeah, to us. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's how he became a millionaire. And that's what Brandon's trying to show you. But what you're looking at is you're looking at the prize instead of the means.
The whole
I
thing
know.
is he uses your sweat and tears to make money off
Yeah.
you. And
Yeah.
you pay all the bills.
And it don't mean that
You
he's a
don't see
bad
that.
dude. I'm not saying he's a bad dude. I'm not saying he's not for you. I'm not saying none of that because he's provided you a way and a means to make money. And you're making money. We don't deny that. We know you're making money because we're out here doing the same thing as you. We know there's money out here to get.
Josh, answer one question, bro. Do you get more money getting fronted, or you get more money buying your product and putting that out there? Which one?
Ooh. Ah.
Well, I don't want this to be a Josh situation, man, because
Yeah.
I'm just asking. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
do
we're
you
yeah,
back,
make
yeah.
more
we're back,
money getting
we're back on
fronted?
my
Do
yeah,
you make
back
more
on my
money getting?
message, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
back
Josh, man, I want you to know, bro, I appreciate you, man. You know what I mean? Because you out here, you're getting it, you're doing what you got to do. And that's all, you know what I mean? That's all we can ask for because there's a lot of spectators that won't even jump in the game. And you're in it, man. So, you know what I mean? I give you, you know what I mean? At least you're out here doing it, man, and trying to make it happen, man.
here's the thing, right? I don't talk in circles. Josh,
Mhm.
I fuck with you. When you put up that GoFundMe, I was the only motherfucker that looked out for you, right? So I do fuck with you. I ain't gonna say I fuck with you, but I don't fuck with you. I ain't gonna talk in circles. I do fuck with you. Even though I'm blocked on your channel, I'm okay with
Oh,
it because
damn.
I'm not in feelings, right? But I do fuck with you and I want your success. I'm never against you. I want you know that. You understand this, right? Are you there, Josh? Josh ain't even there no more. So
I think he's there. He's probably got either a car or something. Hey man,
yeah.
I wanted to ask you a question, man, and because I know you're with the investing and all that stuff, and since we got Josh here with us, and we're trying to talk about the investing and how to invest, I wanted to know because I remember you were in the I don't know what it was, a coin, and you were what was it, Doji or something, or Doggy, or what is it?
No, I still invest in that shit. Heck yeah.
Right. What is it called? Well,
Well,
you
there's all
invest in
different
it.
ones.
No, never mind. It don't
It's
matter. Right.
cryptocurrency is what it is.
Okay,
Cryptocurrency.
crypto. Right, crypto.
Mhm.
Okay, I want to ask a question here. If you took a $15,000 investment and dropped it into that, how long would it take to see a return on your money?
You can see a return or a loss within hours, within 24 hours.
Oh, we did lose Josh. He's gone. Damn.
Yeah.
I hope
we
we didn't
lost
chase
him.
him out of here, man. Hey,
Josh,
but
what happens is Josh watches a bunch of other channels and then he runs back with the dirt like I said some shit. You want to call everybody stupid? I don't call people stupid, bro.
Nah, I ain't calling them stupid, bro. Ain't not.
No, but I'm saying
bro.
I don't
Like
call
said,
nobody. I don't call nobody stupid or shit. None of that stuff.
Nah, man.
Like,
Nah. Hey,
this whole
bro. I wouldn't say he was stupid either. But what I would say is that, you know, that unless you can interpret and speak on why you're doing it the way that you're doing, then something
he did.
You know.
He did.
Oh, he did.
He said that he said he had his authority for 3 years on a hot shot, which hot shotting and trucking is different to me.
It is.
It
is.
But
you're still making money, but it's a different game.
Yeah.
Yes.
This lady got mad because her car got damaged. He told his insurance company. She personally sued him for $2,900, whatever the fuck it was, and he got out of it. But the whole thing is, if he would have talked to me back then, he would never would have got sued.
I think one of the commenters, man.
That's what I try to explain to people about that.
I think one of the commenters, he said explaining perfectly, man. Josh is doing it the way out of risk aversion. You know what I'm saying? So that's how he's looking at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, man, I mean, you're really not avoiding any risk because you still got to pay for the damages of the truck. You still on the hook. If you break down, you still got to pay unless it's on the warranty. But I mean, but who wants to sit there and wait for warranty all damn? You don't know when they're gonna get to your truck. You don't know. I mean, like I said, dude, I don't personally, man. I don't have my own truck. I don't have none of that. You know what I'm saying? I just learned off of a lot of the stuff. I came to knowing, man. Just watch the shit on YouTube and listen to the owner operators and stuff that's on the that's in the oil field. You know what I mean? And know what they'll tell me when I was there.
Yeah, and even the oil field is a whole different animal. You know what I mean? Because that's a whole different ballgame. But what I've come to learn, and this is what my mentor taught me, who's been in the game for many, many, many years, and he was hauling dirt out here where we live. And what he taught me was that the business changes, but the principles never change. They always stay the same.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And that's what you were presenting. You said, who makes more money? The one who pays for it up front or the one who gets fronted? I mean, there's
either way, it's whatever somebody wants to do. Either way, but it just how much money does
but we know that you're on the hook for more money if you get fronted.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you're on the hook for more money.
Up front, you're gonna get a discount. Exactly.
You're gonna get a bigger size proportion, or whatever you make, because it's all yours. You know what I mean?
It's right.
It's all yours, so you're gonna get 100% of the profit back.
Right, because it's called risk. See, the risk litigation, the risk minimum, whatever he was doing, what term he used, that
minimizing.
What he's trying to do is the same thing that the man is trying to do. He say, man, if I front you, I may lose something with you. So you know what? I got to charge you more. Versus the dude that comes up, cashes him out. It's business. That's what we're saying, bro. That's what I was saying, is that the principles always stay the same. They don't change.
Let me tell you,
preventive maintenance.
So check this out. Here's where people get a confusion. Now, I'm going to speak from experience. I've been to a Cadillac dealership, said I want 2 brand new black on black Cadillac Escalades. I'm paying cash.
Right.
Okay. Now, That's what was it? 200 and I forgot what it was. $215,000, whatever the fuck it was, right? People think if you go offer cash, you get a better deal, right? The only deal you get paying cash is the crazy ass interest rates you don't have to pay, which makes the purchase make more sense. A
right.
dealership, I don't care if you finance it or you give them cash, to them, it's all cash.
That's
Because
right.
the dealership is really truthfully not financing the funds. They're giving a bank to finance your funds, and the bank's going to cut them a check for the whole amount of money for the vehicle.
That's right.
Diesel,
Right.
semi truck, car, whatever. It's all cash to them. So if you go to a dealership and says, man, I'm going to get a better deal, I'm going to pay cash, it's all cash to them.
Yep. All they do
But
is
here's the
they just
difference.
smack the
Here's the
interest on there.
difference. You go to Ohio Truck Sales and they got a 2020, whatever the hell you're looking at, 2023,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're buying it resale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ohio Sales is not there for free. They got to make their money. But what you can do is go on Facebook Marketplace, something like that, find another 2023, a guy's losing, and get a wholesale deal on that truck and cash that out. That's when your cash, benefits you, because now with cash, you can go buy wholesale instead of buying retail.
Exactly. And SoCal, man, like, I don't know, it just look all like with the Ohio Truck Sales, man, it look like a whole bunch of robbery to me, man. Tell you the truth, these fools, they will go ahead, the truck gets there running, they have their people run the truck up to like $500,000 or $600,000 right before the warranty or when the warranty runs out, and then Ohio Truck Sales will turn right around and buy that truck and then resell it to you for like 40 or 50,000. But really, you can go to an auction or go to like you said, like Facebook Marketplace and go around and turn and buy it for like 20 to 30,000. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Okay, hang on, slow down. Let me address this
bro.
again. Check this out.
Yes, slow
When you go
down.
buy the auction,
Yeah,
it's 100% your baby, whatever the situation is.
that's
Right.
right. That's
You
right.
go to a dealership. They had the mechanic go through it. It ain't gonna be perfect like a car. They ain't got the damn lemon
Right.
law. They ain't got none of that shit.
Right.
But the dealership has some kind of obligations to go through, make sure,
Yes.
brakes are what they need to be, what things need to be. They put their eye on it. If the shit's blowed up, they're not selling it to you. Transmission's about to blow up,
Yes.
they're not gonna sell it to you. So they are a filter of your purchase.
right.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Anybody showing up to buy a semi truck supposed to be a professional businessman in trucking.
Yes. Yes.
Not I didn't know that. Right.
Right.
So
Right.
so if you go buy a car, you're not a professional nothing. So the
That's
car
right.
lots have a whole lot more responsibility because they know you're dumber than a box of rocks. You don't know shit about a car. So they put
That's
special laws and limits and everything else on these vehicles to try to protect you. In the God damn it. In the trucking business, it's not like that because you're not
Nope.
coming in there except for you're a business person trying to look to buy a truck. You're supposed to look at like me. I can go to Ohio Truck Sales right now and go buy some trucks from there and it'll be the best fucking trucks running because I know what to
Yeah.
look for. I know what not to look for. And anybody buying a truck, that's what the level they need to be at because that's how the dealership's going to
Yes.
teach them.
Because they
And
treat
deal
you
with
like that you're a business. They have the idea that you're already a business owner because you're coming to buy a commercial vehicle.
That's
So
right.
exactly, you know what I'm saying. So they expect you to know the things that you should already know. So if you don't know it, you go in there and you don't know the information. It's your own fault.
It's like
That's right.
it's like you got a table full of CEOs, and
Yep.
you're a burger flipper at McDonald's. And you sit at the table. You're at the wrong place.
Yeah, the
That's
roll down
right.
table. You don't understand nothing the hell they
Yes, you
talking
You're at the
about.
wrong place.
That's
You
right.
can't carry conversation.
That's
Yeah.
right. You cannot carry That's right. You can't. It's a whole bro.
I forgot
You
what they're
got
saying is. What they're saying is, a wise man listen. If he open his mouth, he make himself look stupid. I forgot what it is. And
no, it goes on that.
you know what I'm talking about? Like he's like you.
Yes.
The wise man listens.
Yes.
He say it's better for people to assume that you're dumb than or in order to open your mouth and reassure people that you are. You know what I'm
Well, I
saying?
mean,
Well,
just
but here's the problem
look
though,
at
right?
the
A
YouTube.
hang on one second, Green. I'm sorry. A true businessman, they don't stereotype people. See, that's where you're
Right.
wrong. They're not gonna sit back and assume you're stupid when you're not talking.
Mhm.
A true
Right.
businessman sees a man sit back staying quiet. First thing they're thinking is like, either he's a smart man or he's going to be a smart man because he knows how to listen.
Right.
Go ahead, Green.
If we look on the YouTube, you know, it's filled with stories of dudes. What have they done? They've gone out and they made the purchase, right? And only to make the purchase, and then, you know, we hear their struggle over simple things. You know, like people will tell me, "Oh man, I dropped 10 grand and this and that." Well, I tell them, "Man, 10 grand ain't nothing. If you're not ready to drop $30,000 on your rig, in my eyes, and that shocks you, you know." And I'm not talking $30,000 to replace a fuel system, to flush out a fuel system and you know, flush out a tank because you got algae. No, bro. That's minimal stuff right there. I'm talking your camshaft breaks or something. You know what I mean? What we call major catastrophical event. You know what I mean? Not no, oh, my injector went out. Man, injectors ain't nothing, man. Even a turbo ain't nothing. And even when I say that right now, somebody's gonna listen and say, "Oh, that's what he thinks." Hell, I just spent 7-8 grand on my turbo. Well, yeah, because what did you do? You probably went to the dealership, not the dealership. You went to the dealership, and this is what we're talking about right now. Is
Shit,
dudes
I was
that
trying to
know.
learn how to put
There's
that bitch
another
on
one, bro.
myself.
There's another. It doesn't even matter if you put it on yourself. That's not. You're only gonna save labor. You know how? Have you
Yeah.
One
ever
thing
done
about
one? I've done one. It
yeah,
doesn't take
really
long. It
quick.
only takes like 3 to 4 hours to put it on. It's
Here's
only
the
Yep.
thing.
bolts that go to the manifold.
Yep.
Let's flip the coin. You said I'll just figure out how to do that myself. Okay. Let's say you bought that turbo and you did it wrong.
Right?
Right? You got the
Ooh,
actuator, got the turbo. Now you did it wrong.
ooh.
Yeah. That's true.
Now you're buying a second turbo,
Yeah.
Yes,
That's true.
or
That's
yes.
true. That's
worse,
true.
right? So until you know, you do hire people that do know how to do it, but it don't mean you got to go get raped at a damn dealership.
That's true.
At a
That's true.
dealership. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
And you
mean,
see,
I, I mean, I'm rebuilding my engine, right?
right?
But I'm not. That motherfucker's not at a dealership.
Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
somebody go to the dealership, and I've seen that Cummins last 10,000 miles and blow up after 3 months sitting in the shop. I've seen they fucked it up so bad that
Yeah.
whole block was ruined. They had to pull the whole thing out of the engine and then sit
Yeah.
in Bakersfield for another 4 more months while they're trying to find out who was wrong, whose fault it
And
was.
that right there, Brandon, that scenario that he just said right now, if it was just your everyday average truck driver, it would wipe him out. But a
Yeah. That's true.
businessman knows
Well,
how to weather that storm, and he can advance and get to the next level of the game.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
you know, the problem with social media is this: the students try to surpass a teacher before they're
Yes.
ready.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, there's a whole lot of people that don't know. They want to teach you guys so they can be part of
Yes.
the club.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
they want the appearance. They want the acclimates. They want the, you know what I mean? And they want a trophy. They want to say that
They
they got a
want to
championship
flex,
ring,
just like you
and they've
said.
never, yeah, and they've
You
never
ever,
gone to war. They've never gone on the field and struggled to, you know, to pay off that loan when there was nothing, you know, when you got to make a decision whether it's you know, paying off this truck, or, you know, or man, I got to pay my rent, or my mortgage, or whatever, you know, you fill in the blank. That's war right there, bro. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
And yeah, yeah. Or
I've
you
been
flip
staying consistent
your rig.
ever since I've started, bro. I've been consistent. I did not do my authority, turn it back on, sell the trucks, do this, do that. Nothing against any of that. I'm just saying I haven't done it. Like, I just been consistent.
Okay, wait, hold up, bro. Hold up.
Shoot.
Okay. You have. It's just been so long ago you don't remember.
No, I still had the authority. I just wasn't doing the truck part about it. I had the authority. I kept it.
Right.
Hang on a
Okay.
second. I got the studios calling me.
Okay. But hey, Brandon, so check this out, man.
Yo.
if you make a $15,000 investment in the stock market or in the coin, like we was talking about, and I was asking SoCal because he invests in that stuff, right? So he's got a better idea, right? I don't know. Do you invest in it? Do you invest in anything like that?
Yeah, I got some. I got some. I got some coin in XRP. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Everybody.
okay. Well,
I'm back.
I don't. Okay, I don't invest. Okay, I don't. So I'm asking the question. What I have invested in the past is in big rigs, and this is what I know. So, and this is what when I was saying earlier about my my business partner. I'm not my business partner. My mentor, my OG, back in the day when he was teaching me. Okay, and what he taught me, what he told me was a big rig. When you invest in a big rig, you have your, I know these guys like to hear these terms, your ROI, your return on your investment
That's me. Yeah.
is the fastest that you'll ever get. People will buy a big rig. If you go buy a house, okay, can you buy a house for $30,000? Can you buy
Not
a
into
house
the
for
max force. No,
$15,000?
I'm playing with you.
Exactly. So you go buy a big rig for $15,000, $20,000, right? Maybe it's not all up to snuff and it's a little bit rickety, okay? But as soon as you buy it and you got your authority, hell, you don't even need your authority. You can go lease on with the company and you can start making money that day. That
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Here,
I
Yeah.
think it was you. I think it was you earlier that said, that you can make what 15,000 in 2 weeks. So would
yeah,
it be
I said
safe
that.
to
Yeah,
say? Would it be safe to say that you could pay that truck off in 2 months?
yeah.
Yeah.
Can you do that with a house? Can you do that with a piece of property? Now, hear me out, bro. There may be some people out there that can do it, okay, but not everybody's gonna do it, right? It's just like the lottery, right? We know people win it, but not everybody does, right? Okay, so you buy a house for $30,000. I go buy a rig for $30,000. You still gotta rehab that house. I gotta put a little bit into my rig, right? Okay, but at the end of the day, if you can turn around and sell that house for $60,000, how long will it take you? 90 days? If you're lucky?
Yeah.
Just like I told people in the beginning of this live, because what this live is really about, I know it gets twisted and turned and going around corners and neighborhoods and stuff, and then Josh came on and it turned out to be some loose shit. But
Josh.
the
Yeah,
reality of this
Josh,
live feed is
man.
this:
Yeah.
is 2026 is around the corner, and the
Okay.
reality is you need to bet on yourself. The reality is bet on yourself.
That's the
You're
only
a
sure
sure
thing.
thing compared to
That's
you're a
right.
sure thing compared to everybody else because you can't
I
control
agree.
everybody else's actions, thoughts, investments,
I
or anything
agree.
else.
I
You
agree.
could be the happiest least guy where you're at, like Josh was, and next thing you know, his business went
Yes.
out of business.
Went out of business. Yes.
If that dude did not set him up with the brother, uncle, cousin, whatever the fuck it was,
Oh, man.
no
He would have
matter
been
how
done.
much Josh didn't want to
Somebody that
do,
came gonna pick up that
he would
truck,
have
boy.
lost that truck.
Yeah.
That truck, he put new tires and he invested, and he doesn't want to lose. The only way you're 100% sure of not losing a truck if you do things right is
You
go
buy
get the
that
truck
bitch.
yourself.
Yep.
And the
Ain't
reality
nobody
what I was
taking you
trying to show
from me.
you, and the reality what I was trying to tell you guys earlier in the video was this: number one, scared money don't make money, right? As long as you do
Right.
what you're supposed to do to that truck before you put it on the road, stay company, get that thing right. You can have, like I said before, you can have $1,000 in the bank. You got your own authority. You guys don't realize how valuable your own authority is. Number one, you want
Right.
to talk about freedom? That is freedom.
Yeah.
That is freedom.
And you say it all the
100%.
time.
100% of the choices is your choice.
Yeah.
That's right.
You have no boss. They're not reporting your PSP and your DAX and all that weird shit. You don't have to worry about none of that stuff. You want to talk on the phone, you talk on the phone. Whatever you want to do, you do. You're the business person. You're it. If you only have $1,000 in the bank, you take that first load like we talked about. You guys said it's $8,500 from the West Coast to the East Coast. You get that done. You got that fuel money. You get it done. You factor it. You do the 3-day pay, whatever,
That's
fast
right.
pay, whatever they got.
That's right.
Now you're $8,500 in the bank.
That's right.
You can't recoup yourself that fast on a leased truck.
No,
That's
you
true.
can't.
But you all, man, so Cal, you always give everybody the game plan, man. Like you put it in easy terms. He do put it in easy terms. It's simple as hell. Go get your cash truck, and you never tell nobody to go out, just go get a cash truck and just start working it right then. And you always say, get a cash truck, get it roll ready, get it load ready, and then you work it. You make sure it's straight, and then you go work it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But the
It's just like
reality is,
it's like
go ahead, bro.
when I was talking about investments, right? Anybody that goes invest in any type of coin, stock market, whatever, property, what do? They go and talk to somebody first before they go invest it, right?
You have
Why
to
is
learn
it
it.
any different? Right. Why is it any different with trucking? And that's the problem, is people think that they could just hop in a rig, go to the auction, buy a truck, and next thing you know, they got money just flowing in from every direction. And it's
Here's the problem,
false.
right? Here's the
It's
problem, right?
false.
This is the problem. This is why I don't do too many. This is why I don't show too much of what I do, right? I don't show you every time I go to an auction, go buy a truck or whatever, because the reality is you guys are not me, right?
Right.
So if I sit back and I go to the auction, I mean, I've showed you guys a couple, right, to teach you about the auction, right? But if I just did all that stuff, you guys said, well, shit, so I can do it. I can go do it. Well, you don't realize I got 20 plus years experience. Like I tell you guys, I buy trucks without even going to looking at it. I bought more of my trucks on pictures and video than going in person and looking at them.
Okay, so when you do that though, it's because no matter what, when you buy it, you already know what you got to do to go through it in order to make sure it's in shape to run it.
Absolutely.
Right.
But the videos and
And
pictures
that's
tell
the
me a
thing that
lot.
they're
And then
missing.
the questions that I ask. But I don't want
I
you
agree
guys
with
saying,
you.
okay, and then you guys go to the auction, buy
I
the
Hello?
agree
wrong
with you, bro.
truck, get
I agree with
screwed,
you.
and then you fail.
I agree with you, man. I agree with
See,
you.
sometimes giving you guys too much information before you're ready will get you in trouble.
Yeah, like I said, you
I
put it in
agree with
steps
you.
though. You make it easy though. You put it in steps.
Yeah, but as you see, Brandon, you being a mentee, you're gonna learn a whole lot more in the mentee program than you're gonna find out on my videos. There's
Like,
a lot
look,
I don't put on my videos, and it's not
even
that
when
I'm
he did,
hiding it or I want to charge. It's just, when you're in my program, I know you're ready.
right. But
I
like
get you ready.
but you do it you do it with every one of your mentees, every one of them. You do it in steps. It's like, hold on, do this, and
Right.
we'll talk
Yeah.
again. Do this,
Yeah.
do that, and then we'll talk again. Do this,
Yeah.
do that, and and so on and so forth. You like you know what I'm saying? You have steps to what you're giving, to the knowledge that you're giving. So you got to make sure you making sure your mentees get certain steps in place before you give them more information.
Yeah.
And
Because
that's the right way to do it.
you know why?
Why is
In
that?
a conversation, how much of the conversation do the people obtain?
Yeah.
Nah, not a lot.
And
Not a lot.
10%.
Yeah.
And the one thing, this is why I used to
And
teach salespeople, right? The
usually
one
it's
thing.
just whatever excites them.
Oh
Usually, and
no,
that's just money.
no. Here's the craziest thing though. Green, check this, right? In a
Yeah.
conversation, what people retain is what's in the first of the conversation and at the end of the conversation.
Okay.
What's in the middle gets lost.
All right. All right. All right.
What's the
Yeah,
deal with the crowns in the chat? I don't know. What do you mean crowns?
So you know how when they put a comment and they got a crown right by their name. Do you see
Okay,
that?
what is that?
I don't know what
No,
it
I
is
don't see it
either. I
on
was wondering.
StreamYard. Oh,
At YouTube. Yeah.
That could mean that if you guys comment or whatever, you become number 1 or number 2 or number 3 ranking in the chat. That's some YouTube shit.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay, yeah, I ain't even know nothing about that shit either.
Let me look. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what that is. So let me pause that. So if you look at the chat, you guys see the purple says number 1, number 2, number 3.
Yeah.
So if you go to the very top, you see where it says top fans. Everybody in the chat, go to the top. You see where it says top fans on top of the chat? You can't see it, Brandon, because you're on the phone. You guys see that? So the more you chat, the more XP you get, and it makes you one of the top, top fans. So right now it shows top fans is Phoenix is number 1 with 100 XP. Not Sure is number 2 with 100 XP. Atlanta's number 3 with 75 XP. And then Brandon, you're number 6 with 75 XP. And then if people like do super chats or bullshit like that, it bumps their XP. But all that shows is just XP in the chat for the people who chat the most or be involved in the chat the most. You get XP every time you chat. So that's what that is. Now we got that session out the way. So 2026, right? And here's the thing, because Josh says, man, you call these drivers stupid. I ain't calling nobody stupid. I respect everybody out here behind the wheel getting their trucking thing down the road. Look, whatever your guys' goals are is your goals. I'm not gonna call you stupid if I agree or disagree with you. That don't make no sense. That's ignorant on my part. You guys want to lease the truck your whole entire time? Go ahead. If it works for you, run it. But that don't mean you can't make more money if you go the other direction.
Right. Yes.
There's a whole lot different thing of getting 100% of something than 80% of something.
That's right.
But there's a whole lot, but there's a catch-22. There's a difference. 100% of nothing is nothing. 80% of something is something.
Yeah.
So when you want to do that 100%, understand how to do it and get it done.
Yes.
But how many people do we see on social media? I don't mean just YouTube. So I know you guys got all these people you guys watch who I don't in your head, and you're thinking, oh, so guys talking about them. No, I'm not. TikTok is the worst. But the thing with social media is this. If they like you, they'll follow you off a cliff.
Yeah.
Right, wrong, and
you
different.
know what?
They'll
I ain't
follow
gonna
you
lie.
right off that cliff.
Like, I ain't gonna lie. Back then, dude, I used to listen to a lot of lease drivers and shit, man.
Be
But
right back, guys. Hang on.
every time I listened
Go
to
ahead.
them, man, they was complaining about some shit.
Yeah.
They was always complaining about something. And then I
Yeah.
started noticing a trend. I was like, hold on.
Come on.
Hold on.
Speak
I'm like, hold
on
on. So the people that got their cash trucks, I don't really hear them complain at all. They may have
No.
a breakdown here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they ain't
right.
really complaining. But these people with these lease trucks are steady complaining. I'm like, what the fuck? Like doom and gloom and shit. Oh man, I'm about to leave my company. Took my truck away from me and this and that. Oh man, I gotta tough it out. I ain't got enough money to eat, man, and all this. I'm like, man, what's up?
Right.
This shit is depressing.
Right. Right. Or
It's
what about
depressing, bro?
hey, not only that, Brandon, but Trip, when like what SoCal said earlier, when he gave the example of when you're sitting at a table with a bunch of CEOs, right? And you're the dude flipping the burgers and turning the fries, right? Nothing against that dude, but your head knowledge ain't there yet, right? So when I hear somebody complaining about having to flush out a fuel system, change some injectors, you know what I mean? Unless they're doing a total engine rebuild, I don't understand that language, because that's part of the game. A running back who runs for football, if he twists his ankle, isn't that injury is part of his game, right? He's got to rehab.
Exactly.
So it's gonna
But-
happen. So do you see them complaining about it?
Right. No, like hold on. Like when Chasen and Josh had they had their little competition, they kept going back and forth, man. The one I kept hearing complain the most, not to speak about Josh. Not to speak
Right.
about him. You know what I mean? Just by pure optics, I see
Yeah.
Chasen. I saw Chasen in a way better situation than Josh.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? So I was looking at that. I was like, well, hold on.
Hey, bro. In my eyes, a GoFundMe is for when you got a death in your family that you didn't prepare for, that came up on you real quick, you know what I mean? And you want to give them a proper burial, and it's unexpected, you know what I mean? But when we're in business, bro, we're in business.
I'm back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A GoFundMe, bro, that's not what that's for. That's not what that's for.
And
Now,
I call it a go fuck.
GoFundMe.
I call it a go fuck me, because that's pretty much
Yeah.
what it is. You're
A
gonna fuck me over to
GoFundMe,
give me
bro,
money.
is for people, you know what I mean, that it has a purpose, but I feel and I believe that it has no business. If you're a business owner and you're in the trucking industry and you're doing it, you know what I mean. Now, if you take out a loan, okay, that's part of the industry. Borrowing money. If somebody would say, "Oh, so what you say? You don't borrow no money?" Come on, man, cut it out. I mean, I even have an argument against financing because there is leverages. But just like what SoCal was saying earlier, you got to know these things. You got to know your percentage rates. You got to pay to play, right? Sometimes, but the whole point is to limit how much you pay. So I understand leveraging.
I'm gonna tell you something, Brandon. You don't know me, right? Brandon's out here, by the way, Green. I met him personally.
Okay, cool.
You know, but I sit down with some big people a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I sit at the table with big people a lot, and Green knows this. You know, like you got to be able to hold your own, man.
Yes.
And
Yeah, you
And
gotta
one
know
thing-
what you're talking about.
like I'm in a lot of meetings. You know, I got a situation right now where the studio wants me to sell off 100 cars. You know, but I have to tell them I gotta give them a budget of roughly what it's gonna take to do everything I gotta do. But I can't do that if I'm dumb and don't listen, didn't learn, and whatever. You know, I don't, and I definitely don't tell these motherfuckers I don't know something.
What?
Here's the difference. Here's a smart person.
Yes.
Hey, here's a smart person and a dumb person.
Yes.
So a guy
Yeah.
goes to the dumb person and says, "Hey, so how much would it cost me to jerk this engine out, put this engine in, take those rims off, and do that?" The dumb person will look at that businessman and say, "I don't know."
Yeah.
The smart man will say, "That's a good question. Let me find out. I'll
find
get
out.
back to you in 30
Let me
minutes."
find out. Yeah.
Yes.
Let me find out.
Hey, but Brendan was speaking on it about the optics, right? Because the optics
Yeah.
tells see anybody could talk, right? But you're supposed to be able to when somebody's doing something and when they're not. Because if somebody doesn't know what they're doing, they're gonna come back and say, "Oh man, I did this," and now it becomes a problem, right? Because they didn't give the right budget numbers, right? They didn't make enough money. You know what I mean? Who's gonna complain? The one that ain't making no money.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, bro, that
So,
was
like I
heavy
said,
what you
man.
said right there. Yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like I said, man. When Chase and Josh had that little back and
Yes.
forth, man, and the only
Yes.
one I saw that wasn't really complaining like that was making money, you know what I mean, that's out here running, you know what I mean? Him and Jay
Yes.
Lewis, you know what I mean, all them was chasing. And Josh,
Yes.
you know what I mean? I just,
Hey, Lewis
I'm
is
not
out here,
like I
man.
said,
He
I'm not
got-
speaking bad, but he
No.
wasn't complaining.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to talk
He
about
was
Josh
always
no
in the
more. I
bad
don't want this,
spot.
I don't want this into a Josh live feed, man. But
Okay.
you know, Lewis is out here. But here's the thing with me, right? And if I'm capping on you guys, Green will always correct me. Green's all about, you know, standing on shit, right? If I'm bullshitting you guys, he's gonna call me on it.
Mm-hmm.
I buy semi tracks for fun, just to fuck with them,
Yeah.
just to play with them.
Yeah.
Give me something to do.
Yeah. I can't deny it, man. Yeah. I've seen you do it.
While you guys sit back and try to figure out how to buy a semi truck.
Right. In fact, I think I told you one time to put "never satisfied" on the back of one of them because you know what I mean. It was you just want to keep pushing and pushing the envelope and see what was, you know, what you could do with them. But yeah, no, yeah, I can't deny it, bro. That's true.
But let me tell you guys something. What's great about, and Josh, if you're listening, right? What is one big factor between cashing out a truck? Because they brought up about Jason and Josh, right? But what's
Mhm.
one big factor about having a couple of cash trucks compared to leasing or even financing a couple of trucks? What's the difference?
But Soka, that's the whole point of the conversation of the convo. I get it. I understand it because I know
Oh,
exactly
you do.
what
They
you're
don't.
saying.
Remember?
Right.
Yeah, no.
Right.
I'm talking to the
Yeah.
commenters.
Right. Yeah, to the
Yeah, to the
listeners.
commenters.
Because the difference is is how much money you bring home. And I know they
No, no,
keep wanting to say,
I'm not even talking about that. Let's say they don't work.
uh-huh.
So let me put it. It's my fault because maybe I didn't do the direction. So let me just say it like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you heard people, truck drivers, which sucks? Somebody just told me again yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
A matter of fact, you told me. How many times has a driver, you know, unalived in a semi truck?
Yeah.
I remember this
Yeah.
one guy. I forgot what his name was. I don't know if Jason remembers, but or Quick Williams. Oh, this freaking phone, bro. I'm really gonna figure something out on this because it's all spam bullshit. Um, but I remember that happened to this guy, and they had to get money up to bury him, right?
Yes. Yeah.
He was a lease
Which,
guy. He lost the lease truck, and they had to
which,
figure it out. Now,
right.
check this out, bro. Now I got the studios calling, man. They can wait, man. 'Cause I gotta make a point. Fuck it. Watch, they'll call back to back. Watch. So check this out, right?
Yeah.
You know what they're trying to do, Green?
Hmm.
They want to put the Blue 389 on a TV show or some shit. I ain't got time for that shit, and I'm doing other shit. But listen, so let's say that happened to somebody, and he had 2 paid off trucks.
Come on.
Guess what?
He's
They
got
can sell those
assets.
2 trucks,
That's right.
liquidate, and
Yeah.
have plenty of money for his kids
I
and
agree.
his burial and everything
I
else.
agree. I agree. 100. 100. Yeah.
You can't do that with 2 lease trucks.
No, you can't. Not only that, but getting back into the the certificates of deposit, CODs, putting on these coins, on this money, cyber cryptocurrency, whatever the hell it is, okay? And then even property. In order to sell it off at a fast pace, you can't do it. The quickest thing is, like you said, let's sell some trucks, let's sell some trailers, let's get some money in here real quick. You know what I mean? Even at wholesale, you're still gonna get $10,000, $15,000.
Yeah. But
The
see,
thing that,
people never think that far ahead because we all live forever.
yeah, no, I'm guilty of it sometimes too myself. In fact, I'm learning from it right now, and these are the conversations that I have with owner operators that have had multiple trucks too, that are caught up in this downturn right now. You know what I mean? And we're like, man, we thought that the market and where we were at was going to be that way forever, and it wasn't the customer that fell out; it was the market that fell out.
I'm gonna make this call real quick, driver. Studios.
Yeah,
Give me a
where's
second.
Brandon at? He jumped on.
See, they're calling me again. Jesus Christ.
Okay,
Hang on.
handle it, man.
Don't be me, guys. Don't be me,
But
damn
my
it.
point, okay, but my whole point is now getting back to the investments and all that stuff, man. Chasing Andrew, man, call up in here, man. Get up on the panel, bro. Come on, man, because I know you got game, man. Come on, kick it. And so my whole point is this, guys, to all the listeners out there, is that you can invest in all these different things, right? Because I see it on the YouTube. I see it. You'll see it in headlines, taglines, punchlines, thumbnails, whatever the hell you want to call it. Okay, they'll say trucking ain't worth it no more, or truckers are gonna die broke and all this. You know what? Real estate agents die broke. Football players, professional athletes die broke. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Don't just put that label on trucking because it's not true. Now, there are some professional athletes that die millionaires. There's professional singers that die broke. And then there's some that die millionaires and they've established it's all about you and what you get yourself into if you make some smart decisions. And what I'm trying to say is this, is that everybody wants to look, not everybody, some people want to spin a narrative to tell you that there's other and better things to invest in other than trucking. And I would say yes, but I'm going to tell you this, from my standpoint, from my viewpoint, I've looked at them all. Now I haven't invested. I don't invest in money. I don't invest in stock market and bonds and CODs. I don't do all that stuff, man. I invest in trucks. Right now, Chasing Andrew Jackson has a truck. I think I seen it for $15,000. You go buy that truck right now. That $15,000 can turn into $150,000 in 12 months. What's your rate of return on that? Now tell me if somebody can do that in the stock market. That's what I want to know. You know, show me, somebody show me somebody that's done that. Because most of the times they're going to tell you, well, it takes time. You have to put your money in and allow it to grow. That's the thing that gets me. You can invest in anything you want to invest in, Vanguard, whoever the hell you want to invest in. But what are they going to tell you? It's going to, if you buy a piece of property, right, and you buy it for $150,000, $500,000, how long does it take? You're going to spend 30 years paying off that house only to get $300,000 back in your pocket, 500,000. That's what I talk about when I say, look, man, you buy a truck, $15,000. We just put it out there that you'll make your money back in 2 months. Your $15,000 in 2 months, worst case scenario. Anything after that is money, is profit to your name, profit to your pockets, profit to your bank. And it won't even matter if you lose an engine.
I'm back.
Hell, you could lose an engine for 30 grand, like what I said, and you're still going to be in the plus. Now, if you invest in something else and you lose your money, are you going to be in the plus? Because last time I checked, if you lose money in the stock market or you lose money in this coin, you don't get it back. You don't have the, you got to reinvest again. If you buy a piece of property and you can't build on it, what happens to your money, to your investment? You got to pan it off to the next person. And hopefully
Jason,
they're not.
Yeah, bro. My bad. Go ahead. I'll wait. Go ahead. I didn't mean to
Well,
interrupt. My bad.
you got to pan off the property to somebody else that hopefully didn't do their homework, because otherwise you're stuck with it. And that's my whole thing, is you're going to see these narratives. You're going to see these spin-offs of these people. Okay. And remember what you heard, you know, about the optics. You hear somebody complaining. What are they complaining about? Usually it's because they can't make it, right?
The crazy
tell
thing,
you guys
though,
right
is
now. Oh,
here's the crazy thing,
bro.
Green.
Hold on. Let me finish this train of thought real quick. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, listening right now, all 32 of you, okay? You're hearing a fleet owner who was driving a truck for as a 1099 independent contractor. I want you to hear that and let that sink in, because I ain't complaining, and I'm not saying it ain't worth it. It is worth it. You can make the investment. You study, you listen, you figure it out. The formula has already been presented, because I'm telling you, it's not rocket science. All it is numbers, and the numbers don't lie. All it is multiplication. All it is 2 times 2 equals 4. In the banking world, it's called compound interest. In the property world, it's called amortization, some big old word like that, man.
Yeah, I just got notified, man. The auction's ending today. I gotta see if there's any good deals. Hey, they got a Freightliner this auction, bro. Let me tell you where it's at so far.
He said, hey.
Let me see where it's at so far. Here it is. Damn, it's a 17 Freightliner Cascadia. Now, this ain't no truck auction. That's why every time these trucks get on this auction, they go for cheap money, bro, because and this shit's crazy. So this truck is in Michigan, Indiana, right? And the bid's about to close. It's a 17 Freightliner for $3,000, bro. And let me see. And the cool thing with this auction, it tells you everything that's going on.
Hey, highlight Chasing Andrews thing he just put. He said, my 15K truck bought. Highlight that one. Let that sit up there so people can see and marinate in that one, man, real quick. But yeah, man.
I might buy this truck. Does not start because there's no power, so that's easy. The rear hoses, top plastics missing. Yeah, $3,000 for a 17. You can't get that shit at a goddamn Richard Brother auction. $3,000 for a 17.
I'd put on it.
Yeah, but then I have to fucking set up the land or something to bring it out here so I can go look at it. Fly out a
You got
mechanic.
it sitting in the yard.
Yeah.
Put it in the stable with the rest of them.
Yeah. So, but what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the crazy thing is this, right? When I say we, it's whoever you guys watch. We show you guys a little bit of our lives, right? It's up to you guys to determine facts and bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Like you seen Chasen, right? And he says my 15,000 truck bought a Dodge Challenger, a trailer, an 06 Century, and a $30,000 rebuild, a 97 Classic, and a new transmission.
That's right.
Can anybody? You can go ahead and put the name. This time I'll let you put a name in the comments. Can anybody? And I've done the same, if not more than what Chasen does. That's the craziest shit, right? But
I built 2 fleets off of a $6,000 truck.
yeah.
So I know. But go ahead. Yes. I know where you're going.
Can anybody name a lease driver
that
can do that? But you know any lease driver that has done that? Put it in the comments. I want to know his name.
Yes. That's right.
I mean, I'm over here telling you guys about I'm rebuilding a truck right now. The crazy thing, what I had to fight myself on, was they said, "Look, we got some high performance parts for it." I'm like, "Oh shit, that's candy. That's candy to me. That's candy. I wanted to do it, but my brain, I like, hold up, that's a driver truck. Hold up, I'm gonna screw myself on this." But hang on a second. Sorry about the noise, man. It's driver sending paperwork.
It's
oh my! Let me just mute the motherfucker. Shit, damn. I'm gonna send this to you, Green. I'm gonna send it to Jason.
Okay.
Jason, check your messages. Tomorrow is Cindy's birthday. We made plans. Hang on 1 second. What do you see in the text message?
Yeah.
No, tell them what you're reading. We don't want them thinking I'm capping.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that Freightliner for $3,025.
What year is it?
2017.
Here it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Jason, do you see it in your text message? So
he's already bidding on it, man.
No, he can't bid on it. You got it. Hey, only the 1%ers are allowed at this auction. Only the 1%ers.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have. Yeah, only 1%ers. You gotta pay to be a part of this auction.
Okay.
Jason, what do you see in your text message?
You gotta pay to play. That's what I was saying earlier. This is what people don't understand. They think, oh, this person's trying to get me. No, man, you gotta pay to play, man. There's a lot of things out here, but a lot of stuff, the good stuff ain't for free. You know? That favorite food place you like to eat at. You can't just walk up in there and get something for free. Yeah, you go to McDonald's and they got the buy one, get one.
Yeah. I mean, I can. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Yeah, let me see when this thing's closed. I'm gonna have to watch that thing, man. I'm eager to want to fuck with it, but I got a lot of shit I'm dealing with right now. So he says the current bid is $3,025, and it ends. Is it showing the end on your guys' thing or no? I gotta look it up. Let me see. When's it end?
Well, if I go back and forth, you know, I lose.
Oh
I
yeah,
can't
don't do
talk.
that.
So, but I already seen.
So it ends at 2 p.m. Central Time. So that's what 2, 1, 12.
Central
Was that
time.
11
That'll be
o'clock
4
time?
o'clock. 4 o'clock California time.
No, Central's ahead of us.
Yeah, they're 2 hours ahead. So 2 o'clock
Yeah,
over
so
there is.
it's 2 p.m. Central Time. So it'll be noon my time.
Oh yeah, noon.
Yeah,
It's
noon.
the other way around. Yeah.
So instead of raising up the bid, I'm gonna wait until almost and the reserve has been met already. And I got a bunch of pictures of this motherfucker too. Bunch of pictures. And you know what I see on the pictures? There's snow out there, bro. But yeah, they got the Freightliner hook on the bumper. Got good tires. They don't know. No, I don't want to fuck with it. It's got an automatic. I don't know the miles,
told you what
man.
to do, man. Just rip it all out. You already got what you need.
Yeah.
Rip it out and sell
Yeah.
it. Someone else needs it.
Yeah. Everything
Just that
else looks cool on it.
transmission is $5 to $8 grand. Tell them to jump in.
So back on conversation, guys. In 2026, I'm telling you guys.
Mhm.
Now, here's some craziest things, right? I got a video coming out. If you guys live in Oklahoma, I think that's where it's at. You guys ain't got to worry about no damn non-speaking English illegals driving semi trucks over there. I got a video coming out. It's gonna blow your mind. And yeah, they're locking people up and putting them in jail. They ain't playing around on over there.
Man, I
Oklahoma
look
says,
forward to 2026.
Hell yeah, so do I. Check this out. Oklahoma says, look, you motherfuckers can agree and give these motherfuckers licenses all you the fuck you want. But we're waiting for you when you cross over to our state. We're waiting for you.
Yeah.
So what's that do for your guys' rates? They should. Now I don't know what this damn EBT shit's gonna do, but they're shutting down companies and non-speaking drivers like crazy. So we might have a more of a beneficial of that than the EBT shutting down.
I don't know. You know, EBT, I'm not worried about EBT either, because I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, EBT, if they lose it, it doesn't matter, because the people who have it, they have to requalify, and then they had to do a certain amount of hours of work each week or each month, whatever, in order to receive it. So they're still, because everybody has to eat, they're still gonna buy food. They're still gonna buy food.
It's different. So I did videos, right?
It's not
I did
different,
videos.
bro.
They were giving people $4,000 or $5,000 a month just for food, and they just go blow it on bull crap.
Is that people still need to eat.
You're
They're gonna
right.
have to buy food.
There is EBT.
Now,
it's not gonna be no $4,000 or $5,000 a month no more.
Right.
Like I've seen too many videos where they make that money, they requalify, and they get $200, and they get $200.
Let's look at that. Let's look at that. That's the same thing of the COVID, bro. That's not real.
You can't say that. You can't say that word on here. YouTube will shut us down. You gotta say the CV19 or something.
Okay, so CV19. Okay, that's the same thing as that, bro. Is that those rates that truckers were getting were inflated? So then these numbers on these loads are inflated. So all that is the market correcting itself and righting itself.
Of course.
So it's not a big deal, because that's feeding the people that don't need to be here. Hey man, this is a tough world, bro. You know what I mean? It's rough. It's hard out here, man. But it ain't that hard.
What's wrong is what's wrong, right? You can't sit back and be like, God dang, we want to do what's right, but I mean, yeah, we're gonna see it, right? And you're right.
Yeah, and you know what? And I'm all for. Let me say this.
EBT, but
let me say this. Let me say this.
It's another reason. It's another reason why you want to be paid off.
Yes, I agree with you. Let me say this too for the listeners. Okay, I am for single women and children getting, you know, EBT to feed their kids. I'm for WIC. You know, that's where they get the dairy and the cheap for the. You know, what I mean? I'm for that stuff, man. I'm just not for it for life, bro. Because eventually everybody to get a job and go to work and start paying for their fair share. That's all I'm saying. You know, the programs are good. I'm for them, but this lifetime stuff, it needs to end, man. That's all I'm saying.
When the program started, it went in the right direction, and then they put the
Yes,
wrong people in place,
just
and
like
then
everything.
things
Yes,
happen, right? Which is
yeah,
life, right? We can't sit back and bitch and complain and throw our hands up, right? Because
right,
as adults,
right.
we just whatever's thrown at us, we got to learn how to maneuver, right?
Okay, so we look at the
Just like if it rains
exactly,
and snows and hell's outside,
exactly,
we got to know how to drive the
exactly,
car through it. It
exactly,
ain't that we're gonna
because
park the car and not get there.
we're looking at 17,000 people that have California licenses that shouldn't have them. Okay, who do you think's feeding them? When we start talking about the
Hang on,
fluff of the EBT,
hang on, give your internet time. Hang on, your internet. You gotta give it a second. Sound like a robot. You gotta give it a minute.
oh, like do I sound like
You're
Star
still,
Screen?
you're still. Hey, driver, you sound like a robot. You gotta give it a second. All right, now try.
Do I sound like Star
Yep,
Screen? Or we
you
good?
sound good now. You sound good. Go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, so we got 17,000 people that got commercial licenses that shouldn't have them. Who do you think's feeding them? You know what I mean? It's that extra fluff. And that extra fluff has to go away.
The greatest thing about it, man. Here's the part that I like. Right.
Mhm.
Again, the video's coming out.
Mhm.
Even though certain states are like, I'm not doing that. Who controls? I mean, not people that got their own carriers and own customers, right? But the reality, who
Mhm.
controls trucking?
Yeah.
The states don't control trucking. The brokers
No.
do.
No.
The manufacturers do.
Yes, the
That's who
manufacturers
controls
do.
trucking, not
Yes.
the states.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So,
And the manufacturers depend upon the brokers to
correct.
to find the carriers. Yes.
And so, when their stuff's getting impounded because of these non-decile driver's licenses and all this weird shit,
Oh
unknown
yeah.
name and all that bullshit, now they got rules and policies. Hey, we don't give a shit if California, New York, and all that likes it. We don't. And guess what? That's going to change the whole entire trucking industry. It's going to stop the shit. And as much as you guys want to think it's not going to impact it, I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it is. You know, so I'm excited, man, and I can't wait
Okay.
to edit
Wait
this
a minute.
video and put it out.
What do you think is going to impact it? What is going to impact it? You said right now.
Well, when you
Uh huh.
call up a broker and they don't speak very good English, it's going to change
Uh
that,
huh.
right? Because
Yes.
now they're going to want to hire people that can speak good English.
Yes.
Truck drivers, they're going to be being able to speak English. Like you can't hire
Yeah.
people that live in other countries that don't speak English that are
Yeah.
not from here. That's all
Hey,
going to stop. You're not going to
and
go to
let me
work.
put it
You're not going to be able to live for $5 a day and have a cheap ass rate to send it back to your country.
right. Right. I'll even say this, that even if you can barely speak English, okay, but as long as you're legit and you're here, you know what I mean, legit, and you got all your stuff in order, hey bro, it's only a matter of time before you start. You know what I mean? It's the ones that
Yeah.
are getting it that haven't done what they had to do. That nah, man, you're taking. You're not giving. You're taking, and that's those are the ones that I'm like, nah, you guys got to
Right.
go.
That's what I'm
So
talking about. They come here, they
yeah,
kill everything in trucking and send all the money back.
yeah. Yeah,
See,
but if we really, but if we, hey, but if
and
you
they
really
retire in their
think
country.
about it, if you really think about it, you know, remember this was a government thing because they were the ones that were pushing, saying there was a driver shortage that we all now we knew when they said it, it
I
was a
never
lie.
believed in the driver shortage. This is all
I never
bullshit.
did either. But you
It's
know
all to
what they
push the
did that
narrative,
for?
bro.
Right. It was well, it was because then they could declare a national emergency that cleared these guys to be able to say, okay, we can bring these people in, and they offered them those work visas. And then what they did was they gave them IDs, and we know what the IDs were for. It was so that they could vote.
Well, not just
So
that, though,
it was
homie.
all,
Like
it was a lie.
they stayed after the visas were expired,
Right. Right.
and nobody's being accountable of nothing.
Nothing.
And that's the shit that needs to stop.
I
So,
agree.
but
So just
on
I
this
just
last
don't
year,
want
man.
people listening
Yeah.
thinking like, oh, this dude's just, he's just hating. He don't want. No, man. I'm not. If you come over here and you do it the right way and you're trying to better your life and feed your family, hey man, that's the same thing that I'm doing. Okay.
Yeah.
But as long as you're doing it right, because if I do something wrong, that's I gotta pay consequences. If I get
we don't
caught
got a
drunk
place. We don't
driving,
got a place. We don't got a place where they're gonna not put us in jail and send us back. We're stuck
right?
here. We got it. We got
We're
to face
stuck
it.
here, right? Right. If I get caught drunk driving, I
Hang on,
lose
you're
my
breaking up again.
license.
Hey, driver, you're breaking up, driver.
Okay.
Celioso hit me up. He's on the Xbox game, so I'm gonna have to go there soon.
All right.
But while he's catching up on that internet, guys, the whole main thing is this, right? Stop listening to a bunch of negative shit. Can things happen? Yeah, it can happen. You guys know that shit, right? I'm not sitting on here saying everything's peaches and cream because life's not peaches and cream, right? I mean, things happen in every aspect of life, right? But we know this already. But I can tell you one thing. If you bet on yourself, if you fail, only person you can blame is yourself.
Yeah.
If you had your own cash truck and you had your own authority and you failed, what's the worst case? You park the truck and you rebuild. You didn't lose nothing.
That's right.
The authority is still there. It'll be suspended because you ain't got no insurance. The truck's still there. You don't lose nothing. You go get your company job. You say, shit, man. So I did that. That was wrong. I shouldn't have did that. Okay, I'm gonna be set back for a couple months. Let me get back and build back up. And you go hit it again.
That's right.
See, people look at that as failure, and that's not failure. That's learning.
That's right.
And every time you learn something, you get stronger and better. But if you fail making lease payments, what happens? They come get the truck, they come pick up your paycheck, they do this, they do that, and you got a bus ticket to go back that you had to pay for. There's a huge difference. Not sure it says I'm in the process of rebuilding myself. But you got good internet now, I think, Green.
Yeah.
But that's all I'm trying to say, man. I just want to make a video because there's so much of the scare tactics that don't go get your own authority unless you got $500,000 in the bank.
Oh,
Don't go
hell
get
no. You don't need a
$15,000 truck because I'm
Nah.
exaggerating, but
Yeah. No, I do know what you're saying. I know. That's what I was when you were on the phone call. That's what I was addressing. There's a lot of narratives being spun out there that it's all doom and gloom. But no, man, it's as long as you're studying, as long as you're learning, before you pull that trigger and you know how to aim, you know what I mean, and you know what you're aiming for, you can't go wrong, man. You can't go wrong.
Here's the thing, right? And really quick, let me shout this out. I got a $9.99 super chat just paying tuition. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. But check this out. How do you become great?
Mm-hmm.
How do you get good at something? Let's say you never touched a gun, right? You never touched a gun. Now I ain't saying it ain't out there. Let's get that out the way, right? There's some talented motherfuckers. They could probably get a gun and never touched it, don't know how to reload it, and put it in their hand and they hit the bullseye. But the average individual, if they never shot a gun and they grab a gun, they're gonna miss the target every single time.
Mm-hmm.
But if you keep picking up the gun and shooting it, eventually you're gonna be great and you'll hit the target every single time.
That's right.
That's the same thing in shooting for business, trucking, and everything else. Yeah. Nobody's expecting you guys to be great starting out. But what helps you with the downfalls is your circle of people you surround yourself with. It will help you be great. And you know another crazy thing? If you got a circle of people that are great at what they do, chances are you're going to be there in no time at all.
That's right.
Because they all got the knowledge to get you there.
That's right.
But you got to start you gotta start. You gotta start and get your practice in and
Yeah,
get your knowledge up to get there.
I just think it's funny when people come into our
I don't think
industry.
none of it's funny. It's
Well,
crazy.
I
It's
do. I
sad.
think it. Well, no, not what you're talking about. I'm gonna talk
Yeah.
about something else. What I think is funny is when somebody comes into our industry and they say, "I'm just gonna come in, make my money, grab the bag, and go, and then I'm gonna start this." But it's like, wait a minute, what you just got into made you enough money to start something else. There's money to be made is what I'm trying to say. And if you got the know-how and the smarts and you're able to get make a profit, and you're able to say, oh, now I'm going to go invest in something else. I sometimes I think they're missing it. They're missing the mark. They're missing the when you're aiming and you're shooting the target, right? They're missing it because they already made the money. What gave you the money to go invest in something else? And I know you invest in coin and all that stuff. To me, you know, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm not saying what you're doing, that you don't make sense. I'm saying I don't understand taking United States $1 bills, $100 bills, and buying a piece of metal and saying that in hopes that it's going to turn into something else later on, when
I don't
you
invest in
can
them like
take.
that. I daily
Okay,
trade that shit.
but that's my whole point, is that when you can invest. Chasing Andrew Jackson has a truck up for sale right now for $15,000.
No,
I
he
don't know.
no,
I
he
think so.
don't.
Okay, well, I seen the video. He had it on the thumbnail. So what was that? That's
Oh,
not true.
he's probably doing
Is
clickbait.
okay. Well, he's in the comments, or if he's listening, he can correct it if not. But let's say if he does, okay, let's scratch his name. If you can find a truck for $15,000, okay, and you can invest in some coin, like you fill in the blank, okay, I would encourage you to invest in the $15,000 truck because you're gonna get an
Oh
ROI
no,
faster than I
but
think you will on the
here's a
coin.
difference, right? But here's a difference, right? This is what I
Okay.
try to explain to people, right? When you're doing stocks and investing
Yes.
coins and doing all that kind of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
that's our money that you don't need.
Yes.
Okay. When you're investing in a semi truck, that is money that you need. And again, like I said before, regardless of what I invest in, when you invest in a semi truck, you're investing in yourself. And the first thing I said is always invest in yourself first.
Yes.
And I'm always for you invest in yourself first.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if you bought a $15,000 truck, it stays worth $15,000 plus more. The other stuff is going to go up and down. You don't control that.
That's right.
That's why I don't. That's why I don't get on my channel and teach you guys how to day trade
You made my
all
whole
that stuff
point for
because
me. Thank you.
you're welcome. I'm a realist, right? That's why I don't teach certain things on here
Right. Right.
because
Right.
that's for me because of the knowledge that I have. If I put
Yes.
out there, hey guys, go do this, you guys don't have the knowledge I have, and you're gonna lose your ass on something.
Yes. Yes. Because yes, if you're gonna invest in something like that, you're gonna you got to be in the position of being able to lose it, and I'm not. I don't want
Yeah.
to lose it. I don't want to. I'd rather go with the truck because I know that the truck
One
is
one
gonna
year I
gross
made
me
one year
a
one year I
hundred and
made
fifty
seven.
thousand.
Yeah, 1 year I made 70 grand on
Right.
crypto. But anyway, this ain't no crypto channel. I do that shit on Instagram. But
Crypto, yeah,
I'm over
crypto.
here doing
Uh,
paperwork. I don't want to fuck up, and I probably already did already. I don't know. I'll find out when Freud sends me a message. Hey
okay.
man, this is wrong. Oh, sorry about that, bro. But the reality is, in this whole thing, man, it's 2026. I like to see you guys invest in yourself.
Yeah.
And all the scare tactic bullshit is bullshit. Now, understand something. I want you guys to understand. Whoever you guys watching, I don't give a fuck. Don't mention names. When they complain about what's going on or whatever, that don't mean it's going to happen to you, right?
Yes.
Because you listening to that person, you might have more knowledge than the person you're listening to.
Yes.
It's like Josh. I had my 33 times 3 years SoCal. Well, what happened?
Yeah.
Well, I was doing hot shot. Well, that's not trucking, bro. That's hot shot. That's a whole different ball game.
Well,
Like I
it's a
told
whole
him,
different
Green,
ball game.
those
Yeah.
pickups are not built. Those 1 tons are not built for every day working its ass off, East Coast to West Coast. They're not designed for that, right?
Right.
So they're made for for carry your own shit, do your own stuff. They're just not made to run 24 hours a day or whatever the fuck they do, right?
Right.
But then I said, well, so what happened? Well, this lady said I damaged her car. I turned in the insurance. She didn't like the check, so she sued me personally, so I got out of it. See, Green, if he would have talked to me back then, and I knew him back then with my knowledge, that never would have happened like that. And he would
Right.
still be in business today, hot-shotting.
Yeah.
That's important knowledge is.
It is.
How many of you guys
It
know that
really
your
is.
insurance company has lawyers that will work for you if you put in a claim and a lawyer puts in an offer? Now they want to sue you personally. All you got to do is call your insurance company up and they put the lawyers on it.
Yeah.
Nobody knows that. He didn't know that, and it costed him his business, bro.
Man.
But if we would have talked back then, I could have stopped that and said, hey, man, call your insurance company, tell them what's going on. They'll put lawyers on. He would have been in business. His whole life would be different today. That's the power of knowledge, guys.
Man. Yeah, it's true. That's true.
Mary X says, I
True.
picked my truck up Friday. Lone Mountain got deals. Yeah, I know, like they got deals, bro, but I don't think it's the right time to get in payments. That's just my opinion.
I agree with you on that.
I don't think it's a good time to get into debt and payments.
Yeah.
If anybody in business tells you or stuff like that, when you're in a recession, and all this other stuff, the guy that wins is the guy that's out of debt.
That's the whole reason why I'm driving a truck as a 1099 contractor, because payments is not the thing right now. Not right now. I mean, you can still do it, but you're gonna limit your how much you can make.
I mean, I have payments, but I also have paid off stuff too, bro. And my whole situation is different than you guys. It's just different. I ain't better than you guys. Let's not get that all twisted up. I just have things different than you guys. It's just different for me. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say. It's just different for me. So, but I mean, congratulations to you though, man. Mary Axe. I'm a positive person. I'm sure you're gonna be all right. But here it is, right? With your guys' knowledge and how you guys are approaching trucking, right? Only you guys know the number, what you can max out on money, right? So you guys ever remember going to school and they used to draw the little pie and then they always break down the percentage of the pie, an eighth and a quarter, a half and all that, the fourth and all that stuff. They teach about the pie and all that. Teach about that with this trucking shit. However it is you're making your money on the low board or whatever. What is your averages you make, whatever. So you put that for the year or for the month or for the week or whatever you want. Draw the little pie and put everything in perspective on that pie. And the reality is, how hungry are you? How much of that pie do you want to eat? How hungry are you? If you guys want to sit back and give away all the parts, all the pieces of the pie, because you ain't that hungry, there's nothing wrong with that. But shit, us over here, we starving. Give me 5 pies. We'll split that shit up. I want all of it. And we don't mean that in a food sense, but I'm just saying. You want to get 100% of that. And then times that 100% times however many 100% you want to multiply that by.
That's right.
Here's the craziest thing. If you guys are talking about I want to build a fleet SoCal, the more money that you keep, the faster you can build.
That's right.
The more money you guys can keep, the faster you can build. If you're paying out all this money to all this lease shit, it's harder to build. Now I know the good brother get on this motherfucker like, you got me fucked up, SoCal. I can go get 10 0 down lease trucks. But with your 0 down 10 lease trucks, I can make more money than you with one paid off cash truck than your 10 leases. I
Well,
got
he
one
might,
truck that's a
to
risk, and
his
he
benefit,
has
he
10.
might with the 10 might make what one of your paid off trucks will make. In his defense.
What I'm doing that day. If I got the Land Dog RGN or something, he ain't got a prayer in hell.
Yeah.
But flatbed, regular flatbed shit, I mean, possibility. But the whole thing, man, is how much of the pie do you guys want to keep? None of it is wrong, guys. I want you to understand that. I'm not against you lease, guys. You guys want to go lease, go lease. Whatever it is you want to go do, go steal the truck and work it. I don't give a fuck what you do. It don't affect me. But the reality is this. Time and time again of people that you guys might watch. Maybe you guys don't watch nobody. I don't know. I try not to because I don't like to see it. You know, I don't like sad movies. Everybody tell you I like action packed. I like some comedy. I don't go to the movie theater to watch sad ass fucking movies. I'm not a tear kind of jerker kind of guy. So no, I don't want to watch these guys on these YouTube channels with their sad ass stories about how it's everybody else's fault. You got your boy Johnny back in here again, Green.
Oh, okay. What'd he say?
He wants you for president.
Yeah, I got it. Next
But,
time I'll make sure I wear that on my moniker. In fact, let me change it right now.
But the crazy thing though, guys, and here's what's bad about people, right? And we can all be guilty of this at one point or another. We assume a lot of shit, right? Oh, that guy's doing that, but he ain't, like you hear people say, hey man, I'll show you the goods and bad. Everybody else don't show you the goods and bads. Well, I got a video coming out where I'm rebuilding an engine. How much worse does that get?
Right. That's the worst of the worst.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm doing it because I wanted, and I'm doing it because I wanted to. How crazy is that? Because I wanted to. To me, it's fun. Yeah. I'm doing videos, taking the pictures, being involved with the shit. Like, and I'm just chilling at the house, bro. Like, it's fun. But make your 2026 worth it. Now, whatever that is your definition, not mine. I don't know what that definition is. Does that mean you're on one lease truck making $1,000 a week and now you want 10 lease trucks making $1,000 a week? If that's your goal, just make your 2026 better than 2025. It ain't up to me to determine for you what to do in your 2026. If you like it, I love it. All I'm saying is today in November, look at your 2025, look at your 2024, fuck it, look at your 2023. You guys been doing better? You guys been doing worse? You guys been staying the same? Staying the same is good. There's nothing wrong with staying the same. That's good. That's being consistent. But if you're in 2023 and you're a certain way and then 2024 got worse and 2025 is shit, if you don't change something, it's just common sense that 2026 will be worse than your 2025. And all I'm trying to do is have you guys think about that. That's all. Just think about that. I'm not here saying nobody's better than anybody else because I'm no better than nobody. I breathe, I walk, I talk, I take a shit. I do everything you guys do. I am no better than nobody else. I don't walk on water, none of that shit. I fuck up, I do whatever. Right? But for you guys, man, and one thing I want to tell you guys, man, is time is priceless, guys. We are not guaranteed to wake up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Seriously. Do you want to leave your family in all kinds of debt? Or they're stressed out? Like, it's a sad situation when someone passes away, right? That's sad all by itself. But it's a whole lot more worse when you see their kids out there struggling, trying to do car washes, stressing out, trying to figure out how to bury their parents.
Well, that's why I said that's when the GoFundMe is valid. You know, help them out because everybody's got that date.
Well,
And if
my
they didn't,
GoFundMe is my GoFundMe is my paid off shit. Everything I
I
got this
agree.
paid off. They got the titles, sell
Yeah,
all that shit, and that's their GoFundMe.
I agree. I agree.
That is the power of ownership that people are missing in this lease shit. My goal is to buy as many trailers we can and rent them out. You know, I've always told people the money's in the trailers, right?
Yeah, it
But
is.
in today's trucking, you just got to be careful how you rent them out
Yeah.
because there's a lot of people. Let me give you an example, Peterbilt, 589 girl. You rent me a trailer, right? Let me ask you this, Peterbilt. Um, put in the comment section if you have a trailer right now, how much down payment do I got to give you, and how much is my monthly? I don't give a fuck what trailer. Just give me a number. Who's old
Hey,
clickbaiter? What is that?
is
Huh?
is is there a 589 Peterbilt?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the new one that they replaced the 389.
Okay, that's the new one. Okay, 589.
What do you mean? I tell you, no, no, no. You make up a number. I'm gonna use your numbers, right? I'm gonna use your numbers, and then I'm gonna give you a scenario. All right, I'll do numbers. I'll do numbers. She says, you tell me. So look, you go rent me a trailer. You say, hey, look, it's a dry van. I want $600 a month, $600 up front, because that's what you see on Facebook, right? So I give you $1,200. I take it. You don't know me for nothing, right? I put a bunch of shit down there and everything else. I steal the trailer. What's next?
Yeah.
I steal the trailer. The next thing you got to say is, well, I have to figure. I guess I have to go sue the guy. So how long does that take in court? How long does that take in court? How much money are you gonna spend trying to get the trailer back before it's not worth it?
Yeah. I didn't when I said when you said that's where the money's at, in my mind, what I was thinking, because I just came from the Ross distribution warehouse. And at the Ross distribution warehouse, there's every carrier's trailers in that yard. And if I remember correctly, the 589 Peterbilt person said that they go direct. So what I would do, and that if you're direct, if you got direct and you want to invest in trailers, I would start putting my trailers in shippers DCs and start negotiating lanes. And then I would go and get, here goes the game. Here
Well,
goes the formula, huh? This is what you talk about
this
when you say that the people get lost in the sauce is too much before
well,
they understand what they. Yeah,
here before you start that, Green. Here's the craziest
I
thing,
know.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I tell people the money's in the trailers, right?
I
But
caught
then
myself right now.
they want to go. They want to go buy the trailer and go rent them to people, and that's not what the fuck I'm talking about.
That wasn't what I was talking about either.
I know,
Yes.
I know. And what I was talking about is the same thing
Yes.
you're about to go say. I said the
Right, I
money's in the
know, and
trailers
I
because I'm gonna
realized
put
it right
owner
now.
operators
And
under them.
I said, you're talking, and you know, what I mean, this is. It's not that it's a secret. It's just that it's like what you're saying earlier. Is that sometimes people ain't there, man, and it's. I get it.
What caught me was I want to buy as many trailers as I can and rent them out. Rent is a crazy word, right?
Yeah,
I always say money's in the trailers, but I still
yeah,
control the trailers.
that's right. That's
If I
right.
rent the trailers, I have zero control. which means
Yes.
what's the risk factor of me not controlling those trailers and I rent them out?
Yes. Yes.
That's a dangerous
Yes.
game.
That
The
is.
money is always in the trailer, and that's where the profit is. How is that?
Yeah.
Like he said, like I say, you go get a contract. It's like what we're doing right now, with Vegas, right? You go get a
Yeah.
contract. You put guys under your authority, under your trailers, and
Yeah.
they pay for your trailer every month. The
That's
money's
right.
in the trailer. You charge them a percentage, and whatever the percentage you want to charge is up to you. But all that money that you get's 100% minus some brakes and tires on the trailer. It's 100% yours. The money's in the
That's right.
trailers.
That's right. Because I
There ain't no
seen
oil changes. There's no breakdowns. There's none
no,
of that.
no, just a tire guy every now and then.
If
And
you
you can
guys,
negotiate that.
if you guys have a direct customer or whatever, right? And you got a guy on one of your trailers. Let's say you got 10 trailers, and you put somebody on all 10 trailers, and you're not greedy. Let's say out of each truck you make $1,000, right? That's 10,000 a week. How much of that 10,000 a week do you got to reinvest into the company? None if you don't want to, minus some tires and brakes, but tires will last you some years, and brakes will last you a little while, depending on how they smoke them out. But even then, that's just so inexpensive; it won't even phase your pockets.
That's right. It's very inexpensive.
So the money's always in the trailers,
Yeah.
but it's also the money with the trailers is with your carrier.
Yes.
And that's what I'm trying to catch you, Peterbilt. You want to go buy a bunch of go rent them to people?
Yes.
How many motherfuckers do you guys know? They're like, shit, man, I can't make it with this trailer. They just drop that shit at a truck stop and go hook up with somebody.
Yes.
It's just a very, very. You do it as you wish. I just wouldn't do it like that.
Right.
Now she does good though, man. She's got government contracts and all that stuff.
Then
she's doing good,
even the better. Then if she's got government contracts and she's already established, you go and you grab those trailers and you start planning them at all your consistent customers. And then you negotiate a lane and you tell them, look, when you need this trailer loaded, you load it. It's right here in your yard. Call me when it's ready to go. Send a truck over there. We'll pick it up, and you've already got everything established.
Now let me ask you guys a question because I'm curious, right? So this channel has been a trucking channel since it started, right? Other channels, they're a drama channel, they're exposed channel, they're a trucking channel, they're a news channel, they're a food channel, their channel just changes, depending on who wants to watch what, right? But here's my question, right? If you have 10 people at a table, okay, and you're the one that don't know much about trucking, and you got 10 people at the table, including yourself, do you want the 10 people at the table to be not knowledgeable about trucking? So when you sit at the table, you have conversation, put one in the chat. Or do you want to have 10 people in your same situation sitting at the table so you guys can all figure it all out together? Put a 2 in the chat. I'm just curious. And don't laugh, because this motherfucker's like, hey, man, let's all get together. Let's figure this shit all out together. And everybody will sit at the table trying to figure it all out together. So I'm just curious. One, if you want people sitting at the table that knows the business, that can teach you, how to walk and talk and get down the road. Or 2, you want everybody to help. We just all figure it out together. Let me know. So you made it back there, driver? You made it back home yet?
Yeah. No, not yet. I'm gonna drop this trailer right now.
Okay. You say you want to go to the yard and play with the day cab?
I'll hit you back right now. I'll see what else I'm gonna do right now before I take off. But I'll hit you back, man. It was a good one.
Yeah, let me know. I'm getting off this thing. I gotta check with Ocelioso.
Okay.
All right, guys, hit the like button on the way out.
Yeah,
you guys. Go ahead, bro.
And all you guys, man, don't believe the hype. All right, bro.
All right, later. So hit the like button on the way out, guys. And yeah, man. Like, don't waste your time, man. Time is priceless. It's one thing you can never buy back, no matter how rich you are. 2026, guys. 2026, man. Make your plan today for 2026 and make it better than it been in 2025. Seriously. You can do it. I can sit back and tell you about the rates I'm getting, about this new lane I'm getting, all that shit, but that ain't gonna do you no good. You guys are already brainwashed that all the rates suck and it sucks in trucking. You have any advice or experience with dump trucking? Absolutely, William. Shit, I drove transfers. Shit, I did end dump too. You know, with rock trailers. My dad, he did hazmat with aluminum trailers, hauling dirty dirt. So yeah. So all right, guys, I'm out of here, man. Until the next time, whenever that might be. And don't forget, I got a pre-recorded video coming out. You guys need to see what Oklahoma's doing. That shit is crazy, and I hope more states follow. So please be watching for that. Don't miss it. I'll drop it on Friday. Be watching for it on Friday. I'm out of here.